Today we're going to be trying the Tomb COWABUNGA cranked Easter egg. Now there was one thing that I'm really worried about before trying this, okay? Because when I did it before, I got up to the boss fight, but I wasn't doing enough damage to the boss. And that's actually not my main concern, that's just one thing that I had to remind myself of. So I go, okay Nathan, don't try to rush into the boss fight. Make sure you have like pack 3, legendary rarity, all that. But also, when I did do that, I did it over on PS5, which means that the symbols for the ice staff were very clear, very visible, they looked great. But here on PC, anytime that I've played this map for some reason, no matter what graphic settings I change, I literally cannot see those symbols. So we'll see what happens. Here we are, COWABUNGA cranked, the tomb. A lot of things could happen here. Just like the last one, where you're playing as Mikey. And thankfully today, my brain feels a bit less jumbled. So if you watched my... I was just about to say, my brain feels less jumbled, but then I almost went into a brain jumbly tangent there. So, yeah, if you watch my Liberty Falls COWABUNGA cranked video, my brain was a bit jumbled, not gonna lie, it's just been a long week. Really tired Asian brain. But, feeling a bit more alive, feeling a bit more here today. Somewhat. As much as you can in this world, you know what I mean? Alright, so we're just gonna speed through the first couple rounds here, because really, there's not a whole lot we can do for a while yet. Actually, no, that's right, since we're playing cranked, I do want to do things a little bit differently. So what I think we're gonna do is we're on round 3 already. I thought we were just going to round 2. No, we already went to round 2. We're gonna try to get to the Pack-a-Punch so then we can shoot the crystals as soon as possible, because the less zombies that are around, the better. And the more time we have to do that, the better too, I'd imagine. Be as precise as we can. We want to get all the critical monies. That'll really add up later on, especially when we're trying to get to the boss fight as soon as possible. Because you don't want that crank timer to get too low. Especially because we're going to have to... Like, if we get to a point where the crank timer is any less than 10 seconds, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Because you need a reasonable amount of time to shoot down the, what are those things even called? Like the Sentinel artifact, like when it's vulnerable. So I don't know, man. Even with the PPSH... Was the PPSH even the best call? I suppose I could have went ASG. But then I wouldn't be getting all the critical damage, you know what I mean? Or the critical points, sorry. So, I don't know. There's a lot of different ways I could have went about this. I could have used the GPMG or something, but I don't know, man. It's the PPSH. This is like the zombie's weapon. I mean, there's some other ones like, you know, MP40 and all that, but for the zombie OGs out there, you know, the PPSH is the zombie's weapon. This might be a hot take, but the PPSH also peaked in World of War. I'm just going to say that much. It was okay in BO3. It was also in Cold War. I honestly almost forgot it was in Cold War. Just how forgettable it was in that game. And it's here in BO6, and it's pretty good. Ooh, double points. Time to make like a greedy video game publisher and capitalize on this moment. Oh yeah, I just got a wonder bar. Love to see it, love to see it. So after we complete this today, I know I'm going radically out of order with the Easter eggs. You know, we did Liberty Falls, now we're doing the Tomb. And we could do either Terminus or... Oh, I didn't even finish calling that zombie. You know, we got Terminus and Citadel Del More yet, so if you guys want to see those, I'd be cool with doing it. We'll just see if you guys keep enjoying this or not. There we go. We got 8,000 points. We're moving at a pretty good rate. Ooh, actually, I want to go ahead and start... Oh, wait, no. I was going to say I want to start... Oh, wait, no. I can actually see these. Okay. I always get that mixed up. Because you can see the crystals without the monocle. It's just that you can't see the patterns. Or the constellations or whatever they're called. So I just want to start shooting these just so they're kind of in the right spots. Or at least closer to it. When we get the monocle. So again, this isn't technically a speed run, but you do kind of have to speed run it in a way because it's cranked. Also, shout out to Treyarch for pausing the timer when you go through these portals. If they wouldn't have done that, I could imagine a lot of BS deaths happening in a lot of people's games. So now we gotta look for the rocks up in the sky in order to get a free Pack-a-Punch. Oh goodness, which rocks are you? Okay, it's that one. Bada bing. Bada bing. Oh, no, I said bada bing. And then I said bada bing, and then bada bing, and then bada bing. No, I missed it. I don't think that counted. No, it didn't count. Dude, I'm so bad at this. It doesn't help if there's zombies all around me. I say bada bing, and then I say bada bing, bada bing. Oh, okay, it actually worked that time. Sweet. Oh, My life just flashed before my eyes. I didn't even realize how low that crank timer got. Oh man, if I would have died right there, that would have been a mix of embarrassing, but also totally my fault. Alright, so now that we've done that, it's really not a whole lot we can do now. I mean, we can kind of chill and run around and such, but we kind of just got to have to fast forward to round 7/8 to when the first mimic spawns. Let's activate the Easter egg song. I love that, how the crank says, "Fetch me their shells." Aw, I paused the Easter egg song when he goes through the portal. That's bum. Let me hear it. I love, like, raving and moshing, dude. I've only been to 2 concerts before, but I went ballistic. I made sure it was worth it, man. Or I made sure to get, like, my money's worth out of it, you know what I mean? Man, I really am in a raving mood, dude. I just kind of want to... I remember... If y'all remember when I had my long hair? That was my headbanging hair, man. I do kind of miss it. Being able to just headbang and the hair goes back and forth. And now I'm like one of those... You know how there's those metalheads that listen to like Five Finger Death Punch, which I also listen to Five Finger Death Punch, love that band. But you know, like the stereotypical smoking a cigarette, bald, or maybe almost like balding, very short hair, but still just headbanging, wearing a tank top, drinking a light beer. That's American metal, baby. Watch it fall apart. It's so good, man. I made an arse out of myself in one video like a couple months ago, screaming along to 115. So I was like, you know, I got this funky little talent most people don't know about where I can do metal vocals. So I just did the one screaming 115 just to kind of show that off. It was kind of a funny, one of those quirky, grotesque moments. We have a lot of those around here. A lot of those. There we go. Grab dead shot. Headshot hackery. That's how the Warzone players be this year, you know what I mean? Oh, I laugh at my own jokes too much. I'm not even funny. Gotta have a little bit of self-deprecation. Self-awareness and self-deprecation. It's healthy for everybody to have a certain measure of that. Round 8. Alright, we should finally get the Mimic. We should have possibly gotten one last round, but that's sort of like an RNG thing. Oh, just spawned in. I see you. PhD flopper. PhD flopping these. I'm not gonna finish that. I'm terrible. Y'all already knew that. I love this part. I love the sound of his clean vocals. His screams are good, but the clean vocals, man. Oh, and the harmony between like the 2 different recordings there. Oh, so good. He has like a lower one and a higher one going at the same time. So good. Oh yeah, that's easy, because that's another thing about me some folks don't know. I can actually, like, I know, like, well, there's a few different aspects to it, so not only do I know, like, music theory and such, which means that I can, digitally, I can play any instrument. Realistically, I can't play them all physically, but digitally I can if you give me, like, a digital piano roll. But, you know, I'm really good with music stuff like that, but I can also, like, produce music, and I used to make music. And that's one easy thing that I picked up on. If you ever want to make your recording sound more full, or if you feel like you're missing a bit of punch, just record 2 takes, one in a lower octave and one in a higher octave, and it automatically just kind of like equals out the equalizer. You know what I mean? Hits more of the low ends and the high ends, but also just makes it sound more full, which is always good. Round 9. Oh, I was waiting for the lamp. I was like, wait, where is it? But it was out there. I'm feeling a little goofy today, if you couldn't tell. Oh, round 9. We're pushing it. I'm not even gonna lie. We're pushing it a little bit. Oh no, man. I would have liked to have the ice staff by now, but I've been a little not optimal with my strategy. That's okay. Sometimes things won't always be optimal. Sometimes things will be suboptimal. And when they're suboptimal, well, you just gotta make sure that it's a good sub at least, you know what I mean? Personally, I've always loved Italian BMTs. Yes. It is here. 1, 2. F off. Come on. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, when I get too far away, I can't even see. Whereas if I was on, like, PS5 right now. And again, I don't even know what graphic setting does it, man. I've tried changing stuff to, like, higher things, and it doesn't, like, texture resolution. Maybe is it, like, particle effect? I mean, I don't understand why it would be particle effects, but yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare trying to figure out what the ice staff codes are. Something tells me that might actually kill us. Which, hey, if it does, at least it won't be my fault, because Treyarch has known about this issue, and they haven't even told us, like, what graphic setting we're supposed to change to figure this stuff out. I saw some nightmare fuel on Reddit of folks trying to do the Citadel de Mort Easter egg before we knew about the step, or the skip. And the codes on the bottles, even though they were, like, right in front of them, was literally unreadable. The last time that I tried to do a Citadel de Mort, or, I'm sorry, a Tomb Easter egg video, I just ended up kind of guessing it and getting lucky, like really lucky, just because I could kind of recognize the shapes, but see what happens today. I even tried other things, like I've turned up my actual resolution, that did nothing. I don't know. It's just kind of a weird thing, you know, you feel like they would have it so that those type of elements in the world, regardless of your graphic settings, can be seen a lot easier, because like even from here, like I can kind of tell what those things are. I mean, actually no, that's a bad example. You can clearly tell what those are. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, turtles in a half shell, turtle power. Which show was that? That was the Nickelodeon one, right? The animated one. See, I was a little bit older by that point, so I didn't get to see as much of that one. I more or less grew up on the 90s movies and like the bits of like the Oath, the cartoon from 2003. That one's a classic. And those movies, man. I would say my favorite pieces of like Turtles media are definitely like the 90s movies, especially that first one, man. Tonight I will dine on turtle soup. And then that bit in the beginning where Mikey won't pay the pizza guy. I only saw the third one like one time, I think. Maybe twice. Then the second one I watched a little bit more, but that first one's just a classic. And then I really like the Michael Bay Turtles movies. There's one in like what, 2014 and 2016 respectively, I think. Maybe it was 2017, one of those. Because there was what, Out of the Shadows, I think was the second one. Was that what it was called? And then the first one was just called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It had like Megan Fox and all that. And what was the other? What was his name? Will Arnett? Is that his name? I know he like voiced the villain in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, was it? I always get Wonderlands mixed up with Assault on Dragon Keep. The Dragon Keep was the DLC. Like, sometimes I mix up, like, who was in what. But no, yeah, that's right. Will Arnett, I believe that's his name, was the villain in that game. In Wonderland. That game was freaking awesome. Because they had that standalone DLC for Borderlands 2, and then Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I was like, it's obviously not actually like Borderlands 4 or whatever. But it's obviously like part of the Borderlands thing. Man, I'm so scared for when we have to do this. I'm so dreading it, dude. I don't even want to think about it right now. Get there when we get there. Oh, wait. The Wonder Fizz is here, right? Because it's, because it's cranked. Yeah. Give me. That'll come in handy. You're no match for my turtle. No. Dude, I'm feeling really immature today. Okay, this just spawned some very terrible thoughts in my brain, but how do turtles make more turtles? That's the most child-friendly way I can say that. Not that I care about being child-friendly, but I know some younger viewers watch me, so I mean, hey, I don't need to be, what's the word? Not possessing. You know the word I'm trying to say. Not possessing anybody's minds. Filling anybody's minds with more dirty garbage. I'm not that dirty-minded of a guy, to be honest. That being said, I do find myself cracking a lot more TWSSs than the average person, so maybe that's debatable. There we go. Oh wait, no, the crank timer. Okay, look, did you see the crank timer? Went from 10 seconds up to a minute like it was nothing. Alright, PPSH. The zombies will feel the power of my PP. Something's wrong to me. Something's wrong with me today, man. I just gotta turn the camera off and isolate myself. Alright, we got 2 Semtex. The Semtexes will be very useful later on. Oh, he got pizza.
People say I'm cheesy.
His voice lines are so good. Could hardly see it because it was so dark there, but you get the point. Oh, I see a mimic. It's a magical pony flying high through the sky and shoot it down. I got your nose. Look out, he's got a nose. Bang, bang, bang. I'm feeling a bit nostalgic today, if you couldn't tell. I'm glad that I grew up in the era that I did. I was born right at the start of the 2000s, and then I got to be there for all of the 2000s and grow up during the first bit of the 2010s. Great time to be alive, man. Great time to be alive. I would say out of any era, like, you know, I'm kind of sad that I missed the 80s, really sad that I missed the 90s. But of any era to grow up, I feel like being there for the 2000s / late 90s and then through the first couple years of the 2010s, I feel like that was just the best time to be alive. Nostalgia-wise, totally. But it's just a different time. Also the 90s, obviously I wasn't there from the 90s, but just due to everything that I love from the 90s, man, I'd have got a kick out of the 90s, that's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like I wasn't there, but so much of what I love is from the 90s. You see the Slipknot poster behind me? 90s. Nirvana? 90s. A lot of the movies and stuff that I'm into, 90s / 80s. I love a lot of 80s action flicks. Terminator, Predator, Commando. I know I'm just naming off Schwarzenegger flicks, but let's be honest, he was like the hero of action flicks there at that time. You also got other stuff like Rocky and all that, obviously, too. I feel like they kind of toned this part down. I feel like it's easier now than it was before. Maybe I'm just crazy about that. I've been saying that saying wrong. I always say maybe I'm crazy about that. But it's not, that's not how you're supposed to say it. It's like, maybe I'm crazy. You should just say like, okay, maybe I'm just crazy or something, but like, I don't know. I don't know what do you call that. I'm not dyslexic, but sometimes when it comes to pronunciations of words or certain sayings, I just kind of fluster them up a bit. I was just about to say, I feel like they dialed this back a bit, but I don't know. I am still getting tossed a little bit here. I love that noise he does. There we go. The oyster is mine. Yes. It is time for me to freeze some freak bags and turn the maggot sacks into cold sacks. No. I just realized how terrible what I was saying was as I was saying it. That's the worst. Turn them into cold sacks. Get your mind out of the gutter. I was talking about cul-de-sacs. You know, like a cul-de-sac. Not a cold sack. Get your mind out of you turd. Oh. Okay. Froze the crystals. What is that Jody will leave us? That leaves us trying to find symbols that I can't freaking read. Totally radical. Like, what is that? Okay, I'm gonna call that the 7 looking one. Yeah, I have some weird names for these symbols, so you're just gonna have to not mind me. Like the one that looks like a whatever, I call it the cat girl headset, because it looks like a headset with like spikes on it, sort of like a cat girl headset, so I just call that one the headset. And then there's one that sort of looks like the Chrysalax from Cold War, so I just call that the Chrysalax. Let's see, that one is... that... oh, shit. Or... excuse... I almost died! I forgot about the crank timer. Excuse my language. That one we're just gonna call N, so we have 7, N. Did they make them come down lower? Because I feel like I can see it a lot easier now. Okay, this sucks, bro. I'm trying to get ammo. Got it. Alright, 7, N. Oh, come on. 7 N key. 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 N key. N key. 7 N key. 7 N key. 7 N key. N key. N key. Yeah. 7 N key. 7 N key. Don't forget about 7 N key. 7 N key. 7 N key. Why is this actually kind of catchy? Oh boy. Yes. All right. So. Oh god. All right. Let's see. It should be key. Shoot. Key 7 N. If it's not this, we're about to die. So this might be the end of our run, boys and girls. I found out through my analytics yesterday that 3% of my audience is female.
And I'm 5 pounds of pepperoni.
Yes, I did it. So whenever I say guys or gents or lads or whatever, I also, because because my audience used to literally be, I think it was like almost 100% male or something like that. And I think it was like 99%, and I knew the one female was probably like my mom, my grandma, and my sister or something, like something random like that. 'Cause sometimes my family just kind of like, no, not even just my, but like my extended family will kind of just like check up on my YouTube channel, so I just figured it was one of them. But it is actually 3% now. So I do have to watch myself at least a little bit. It's fine. I'm not gonna watch myself too much. I'm not that vulgar of a person, usually. Not compared to most, anyway. I'm actually proud of... see, the things that I think are so bad are probably, like, so tame by most people's standards. I'm following the orb. I love stuff like this. I don't know why. Just, like, I love these kind of steps where you have to, like, fill up an orb as it's moving. Just takes me back to the old days of Easter eggs, where it's like the map seems so normal, and then you start getting stuff like this, where it's like, whoa, I'm following this orb around the map. Oh no, where did orb go? Gotta stay with orb. This is my friend orb. Me and him. We stick together through life, and we stick together in death. I protect this orb with my life. He does nothing for me in return. But I stay with orb anyway, because me and orb are friends. Amalgam? Freeze. Chill. Y'all remember when Arnold was Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin? Hot take, I like Batman and Robin. But he would sit there like freezing everybody, and the whole time he'd be like, chill. Chill. Gotta love the Mr. Freeze puns. Yes. The Easter egg begins. Well, I guess it technically already began when we started getting the ice staff, because the ice staff really is like the only part of the Easter egg, but you know. Tally ho. I got my nunchucks. Come here, you vermin. I will beat you all to death. I wish they'd still add some kind of visual or audio indicator as to when your ice staff is charged. 'Cause as of now, it's still kind of hard to tell when it is or not. Let's freeze all these guys. There we go. Run for my life! Get exploded. I keep forgetting I PhD. We can just slide around the map. No. Whoa! Radical teleportation, bros! Alright, time to do this one. Yes. This one... Wow, that was pretty cool. This is totally random, but I love how the colors of the portal coordinate to what perk you're going to. Again, I know that's totally random, but I just always thought that was a cool detail. Now we gotta do this one. Come on. There we go. It's a magical parasite flying high through the sky, and I shoot it down. Ah, purple orb. Ah, is there... Oh, is that a purple orb? I smell a purple orb. The purple orb was destroyed! I was trying to grab it. There we go. Reload. Give me your orbs. Yes. I like collecting the orbs of these parasites. Oh. I'm getting spanked up a bit. There we go. Yes, more orbs. How many orbs does this thing need? Good grief. Come on. Orb. Orb. There we go, finally. Wait, did I grab it? Gimme. Gimme. Did I do something? Okay, I was gonna say, did I do something wrong? It just wasn't giving it to me. Ooh, around 13, we're getting a little... Oh no. Oh no, man. The rounds itself isn't what scares me, it's that crank timer. Because on Liberty Falls, by the time you get to like round 17, I want to say, that it drops down to like 10 seconds. 17, 18, something like that. Oh, I did not mean to switch that to semi-auto. There we go. I don't know if you actually have to do these in a certain order. I just always do. I'm really scared about this boss fight, though, man. Doing it in cranked. Like, I don't know. Is there any pauses in between certain parts of the boss fight? Ooh. I just remembered. We have our field upgrade, which pauses the crank timer. So if things get too finicky, I could pop that. But I would have to do that for every Sentinel artifact thing. So that gets kind of... I don't know. I love how they have you fighting undead foot soldiers in this mode, too. Literally perfect. Hopefully... I'll keep an eye on the crank timer. We'll see where we're at. I want to get my weapon, like, absolutely maxed out. So hopefully the crank timer in this map is more forgiving than the other ones. Because if not... Ooh, that's all I'm going to say. Ooh. I did notice yesterday when I was trying to do this stuff that it pauses the crank timer once you complete the final step of the egg, that being the amalgam one. So maybe... I mean, I don't know. It pauses it for a bit before resuming it, so... We'll just kind of gauge things and see how we're doing. Alright. Eat it. Run!
Crazy. Someone pick him up. Can't even hear. Sensei, the horrors showed up.
Doppel guest. There we go. Now he's got one more. Oh, wait, no. I need ammo in my ice staff. I'm not about to spend 10k on that. I'm sorry. I need that money. This is not good. Is this the time to buy Vulture Aid? Does Vulture Aid give me ammo back? Or do I wait for a special enemy? What's the call here? I'm just gonna go for it. Please give me ammo. Somebody. Ammo. Nothing. Oh wait, I did just get ammo. I don't know if that was for the thing that I need though. Oh yeah, doppelgast. Hold up. Don't die yet, buddy. I want to kill you with my ice staff so I can get my ammo. I don't I don't even know if that's how that works. I'm hoping it does, man. So I know they drop ammo, but I don't know if it's necessarily going to be for what I need. Alright, ice staff is back. Oh, nothing. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Oh, no, man. It doesn't work like that. Oh, we're going to need to wait for max ammo. I mean, there's no way I can waste any of my money on that, because that's 10,000 points, man. I do feel like that was a bit of an oversight. Couldn't they have made it so that the ice staff... I know it had 3 back in Origins. They were just staying true to that. But for the sake of this Easter egg, they should have made it so the ice staff has like 4 rounds in its thing. You know what I mean? Round 16, crank timer still 40 seconds. There's no way it would go all the way down to like, what? 10 seconds by next round? No, there's no way. Alright, I think it's more forgiving on this map. I think it is on a map I have map basis to account for the quests, which is obviously a really good thing. People say I'm cheesy. Still nothing. Dang it, man. Oh, this is turd, bro. Suppose I'll just hang out. Yes! Alright, perfect. We're gonna max ammo this round. Beautiful. Alright. Yes, the crank timer's more forgiving here. Good, 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 good. Thank you, Treyarch. That makes me feel a little bit more hopeful for Citadel than more and Terminus's quests. My main concern was that I'd go to do those, and then I'd be on like the boat step for Terminus, or one of the boat steps, and then the timer would be like 10 seconds, which would literally make that like impossible, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get enough salvage real quick before we go do this step so I can get my weapon up to rarity, or epic rarity, which I have enough for now. And then by the time round 21 hits, we can grab Legendary. We'll soon have enough for Pack 3. And then that's it. Then we'll be on to the boss fight. Running around the Christmas tree with an ice staff and a PPSH. There we go. Oh, shoot. Perfect time to use that field upgrade. Glad I had that in my back pocket. Ooh. And I have a power keg. So if things get really, really desperate, I have a way out. Oh, come on. Made him immune at the last second. You touch me, you die. Well, the Easter egg's done now. But we're not done. JK, we're done. I'm breaking up with you. I'm just kidding. See, I've been single for 6 years now. But the last... No, it wasn't the last girlfriend I had. It was, like, the girlfriend before that. She used to always do this annoying thing where she just randomly be like, I'm breaking up with you. Just nonchalant, casually, and I always knew she was BSing.
Nah, don't sweat it.
But it always just kind of pissed me off, low-key. You know, I knew she was joking. I was like, why are you joking like that, man? That ain't cool. This last 6 years single has been a nice reminder of what it's like to be happy. And that's why it's been 6 years. That's why I don't want none of that. I have enough. How do I say this? I'm fulfilled enough on my own. The way I see relationships, a lot of people look at them in a toxic manner, where they look at another person as completing them or being their other half, but really, you should just be your own complete soul. Your own person. Completely happy and content on your own, and a relationship should only add on to that. But see, for me, where I'm at in my life, I am so complete, so content, so happy, and my time is so filled that not only do I not have time for a relationship, like literally I do not have the time, and I would not be willing to change anything about my schedule, routines, or hobbies to make time for that. But I'm also just so happy with where I'm at that I don't like changing anything about how I do things now would just lead to me being unhappy, and a relationship would be a huge change. And yeah, you know, I don't have any desire for that. I really don't. I'd rather make content, play video games, watch anime, do all the creative stuff I enjoy doing, and just let that be that. Like, that's it. That's it. That's just my take. I just hate the societal... What am I trying to say here? I hate the idea of societal norms and how it's just kind of forced upon us that all of us need to be in a relationship. All of us need...
Pizza is life.
Oh, hell.
Time to bounce? Bummer.
Oh, hell. This... Did I do something wrong or did something glitch? Did I do something wrong? Did I forget to grab the thing before we came back here? Because if not, then that sucks. Hold on a minute. We might have a whoopsie daisy. Give me just a minute. Did I forget to grab it on the way out? I think I might have, because I think I killed him and just ran out. If this glitched, I'm going to be pretty upset. But anyway, I hate the idea of societal norms and how everybody's just kind of forced into the idea of a relationship. Like, some folks just don't want that, you know what I mean? Okay, hold on. I do need to hit something. There we go. Some folks just don't need relationships. Some folks don't have a desire for such, and that is okay. People should just be allowed to do what they want to do without judgment from others or without the idea of societal norms weighing them down, you know? If you want to sit in your room all day and play video games, as long as you're still doing something that, like, you know, lets you financially maintain yourself and your family, of course. Who cares? Do you. The best that you can. Get your mind out of the gutter. Seriously, just do whatever makes you happy. Nothing less, nothing more. Shice! Am I gonna have to do that whole thing over again? That's what I get for flapping and yapping my gums. Look at that. Alright, let's go back through the red portal. Going all around. Oh wait, actually. Give me my fully upgraded weapon, please. Yeah, just do you the best that you can do you know what I mean? I know I just said the same thing like 5 times over, but it's important to drive home. Am I gonna have to shoot that thing? Because if I go through this portal, then have to run back. Do all that again. Do it all again. Hopefully I can just grab it. If I come down here, please tell me I don't gotta do it again. Please tell me I don't gotta do it again. Please tell me I don't gotta do it again. Let me just grab it and run, baby. Thank you.
Totally.
I'm a Barbie girl. Scared me. I'm not letting this break again. Putting all the fences up, 'cause I don't wanna fall in love. If I ever did that, I think I'd have a heart attack. Yeah, see, it like pauses it when you go to do stuff like this, which I think is pretty rad swag-tastic, man. Pretty cool. It's a good feature. Alright. I don't even know what to do here. Maybe. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Alright, time to push the button and go to a boss fight. Wait, no. It's still so dark here. Hold on, let me get to somewhere that's actually well lit so we can enjoy this emote. Yes. Aww.
Damn pots must have swirled it away. Everything he deserved. What?
It's funny how it looks more human seeing a turtle do this dance than any of the other operators in the game. Alright, so end boss fight. Alright, we are on the timer. And we have our field upgrade if things get too tense. Oh man, I might actually have to pop the field upgrade before any zombies even spawn in. So our timer's looking a little low. If it gets any lower. Okay, we're good. I was about to say, man, like, where's the thing at? Alright, we are pack 3, legendary rarity. This should not go about as bad as it did the last time that I did this.
And people say I'm cheesy.
Which, you know, it was pretty bad. Again, I know, like, a ASG or something like that might have been better, but... It's PBSH, man. It's classic. And it's totally doable with this weapon, of course. Again, the only reason I failed it the first time I did this was because I did it with a pack 2 epic rarity weapon, and that was not enough. I did it like round 16, so. After this, that means I will have completed Liberty Falls and the Tomb on Cranked. So yeah, if you guys want that Terminus and Citadel though more well, like I said before, just let me know. I'd totally be down to do it. I'm gonna do it in my free time either way, so. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna do it regardless, because you get like free gobblegums and you have special calling cards and XP and such, but if you guys want like actual dedicated videos on it, then yeah, you know, I'll totally just do that. Since I'll be doing it either way, I'll just wait to do it until I'm on video. Oh, hold up. This ain't good. Is the PBSH even doing enough damage? I have stock option if that becomes a thing. I don't know, man. I probably should use a different weapon. Some with a bigger mag, like an LMG or an AR or... But at the same time, I mean, you know, it's. I don't feel like there's any wrong way to do this. I did also start shooting a bit later than I should have, because I was late on planning my ice stab thing, so there's that too. Again, though, the ASG is like the weapon for this. I remember the first time I did this boss fight, I did it with the ASG. So easy. So easy. Is that? No, okay, I was gonna say, I thought I heard it coming down, but... Or not coming down, you know what I mean. Becoming vulnerable. I also heard they did not nerf this boss fight, because I did the boss fight at launch, before nerf. And that was where you were basically getting one-shot by Doppelgast. I mean, you weren't necessarily getting one-shot by them, but you basically were, because they would hit you once, and if that didn't one-shot you, then their stun attack would lock you in place, and then you'd be dead anyway. So it was essentially a one-shot. Okay, becoming vulnerable. One. Reload, come on. This thing is so slow, man. It's not gonna be enough. Oh, it is. Okay. I didn't know if we'd be able to take out 2, but okay. Alright, maybe the PP is better than I thought. That, not a sentence I wanted to say out loud. Oh, you see that crank timer? Holy sh...
Don't forget the pizza.
that was scary. Oh. Oh, shh. Thank you, Dying Wish. Holy. I didn't even realize what I was doing. Oh my gosh, I was being stupid. Okay. Gosh, man, I caught myself off guard. Oh man, that means I have no more quick revive. That's not good. That's a bad sign this early. I have gobblegums though, and honestly at this point we're in the boss fight. I normally never use gobblegums because I like to be like that no summons type of guy. Yeah, I did that, but this is cranked, bro. I don't care. I got the gobblegums on me. Treric's the one that spawned me in with them. I'm gonna avoid using them, but yeah, that was totally my fault though. I caught myself off guard with the crank timer, and then what was I gonna say? Then the thing zapped me, and then that was that. I kept standing in the thing in the zap. My fault. I'm just sad because quick revive is gone, which means my health regen's gonna be stupidly slow. I'm immune. Aw, dang it. Okay, yeah, we're on to the next thing. Okay. I'm popping a power keg. I don't trust that crank timer. I don't know if the zombies are gonna spawn in time. Okay, they're spawning in time. I wasn't trusting that, man. It was. Oh, amalgam. Oh wait, what? It didn't do the. Stay out of the way of the zaps. Yeah, I'm so butthurt about that quick revive, dude. I know I keep talking about it, but oh, that is so huge, man. That sucks. There's salvage up there, and my gamer brain wants to go get it. Wait. Oh, shoot. Was there a thing that I missed? Oh! Wait, was there something carrying it? I didn't even see it. Honestly, forget the order of some of the... Oh, no. No. Is that our... Oh, no, that's right. The elite zombie comes in first. At least I think. Or no, there's like a... I remember there's a... Dude, it's actually been a bit since I've done this boss fight now. Is there supposed to be one, like... Oh, okay, there it is. I can't even see what I'm shooting at. The muzzle flash on this is insane. Yes, I remember it gets to a point where there's like a few that spawn in with blue ones, and then there's one that spawns in with red. I'm pretty sure red's the one you gotta shoot. Because, like, once you kill the red one, then the Sentinel artifact drops and you can shoot it. Max ammo. I am gonna go for that. I'm gonna try to. Oh, shit. Maybe not. That Doppelgas needs to die. On. Alright. Oh, no. See, this is what I'm talking about, bro. Like, why can't... Like, I'm not trying to get all mad at the game right now, but they really need to add a way to tell when this thing is charged. Because you cannot tell right now. Oh, so many things are spawning in. Move. So many things are spawning in. I can't even see. Where's the... No, reload. Come on. Come on. Ah, damn. Didn't count. Gonna have to do that whole thing again. That's wild, dude. That's wild. That amalgam totally tossed me off, so it was like right there. I guess I'm not gonna... I'm gonna have to fight the Doppelgast again, ain't I? Thought so. I do have a... Yeah, I did... Hold up. I'm trying to talk, but I really shouldn't right now. I should probably just shut up and focus. Jeez. Nope. Come on, man. It does that weird thing where, like, sometimes it charges and it doesn't. Sweet. Can get him, yeah. Oh, that's it. Nice. Alright, where's max ammo? Need it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Give me my max. No max? There it is. I was gonna say, like, where's my max ammo? Okay, I'm in need of a max armor, though, now. Please, game. Alright, Mimic, I can deal with that. Oh. Yeah, see, they reduced the timer for how long you stay stunned. I'm glad they did that. It makes it feel a lot more fair. Because sure, before you just had to be careful or whatever, and there's like a whole conversation we had there about that, but things feel way more fair now. In my opinion. Difficulty is always going to be subjective, but I just feel like it feels more fair. Whoa, see, why does it keep shooting? I was holding it. Clearly I was holding it if it was shooting that fast. I don't know why it was spamming it like that. That was weird. Alright, now we gotta take out the amalgam, because you wanna do this in order of, like, least important to most important. So we take this guy out next. Now we want to take out the Mimic. Is the Mimic... Where did the Mimic go? Oh my gosh, did the Mimic die already? The Mimic was dead already? Huh? Did my ice... I never... Did it really pop up saying that I killed the Elite, though? I never saw that. Give me armor. I need armor so bad. Okay, there's the Mimic. I'm gonna keep my eye on you this time, boy. Okay, no, yeah, I do see it now. He is actually almost dead already, which kind of sucks. I gotta prioritize my life. I'm not going down over it. Move. Move.
Need a medic.
That's a GG. That's a GG right there. We ain't coming back from this one, boys. We ain't got jug or nothing. It's just so hard trying to balance all this, man. That's why I've only done this boss fight once before. I'm not good at it. Compared to other boss fights in this game, anyway. Oh, hold up. I just realized my PP has cryo damage. That's not a sentence I thought I'd be saying out loud today. I just gotta prioritize the boss fight. Alright. That armor is so huge. I need more armor so bad. Do I use my gobblegums? I don't want to. I want to do this legit. But I think there comes a time where every boy needs to learn that it's okay to cheese stuff sometimes. And at the end of the day, is it really cheesing if I'm just using what the game is giving me? Is that it? Oh, this is it. Okay. Not a GG, boys?
Max ammo.
Anything could go wrong still. Anything.
Whoa! Hold up! Throwing tactical.
Oh shit, tactical's out of ammo. I feel guilty for cheesing it with Gobblegums at the end, but they weren't. It's not like I was popping raindrops and friggin' whatever else, you know. It was just an insta kill and a stock option. Oh man, we did it. See, like, I feel bad for cheesing it with the gums. I hate doing that. Now I feel like I didn't do it because I didn't do it legit. But I mean, it's not like they were that cheesy. And if anything, to be fair, I would have been fine without all that. If I would have stopped yapping my gums and been paying attention during the boss fight, because that one time where I got zapped, and then I was like getting zapped nonstop, and I lost my dying wish. That was like the catalyst for everything after that. If it wasn't for that, I'd have been better off, and I probably would have been fine. But it's not like I cheesed it that hard. I think I still did okay. And at the end of the day, I still did it. So I gotta stop. I gotta stop being so OCD about it. We beat it. We did it. Cowabunga cranked. That's that. That's the Tomb Easter egg. Cowabunga crank complete. Let's go ahead and exit. We got our free Perkaholic as well as our calling card and our 10,000 XP. So, if you guys want to see me tackle the Terminus and Citadel Denmore Easter eggs next on Cowabunga Cranked, let me know and I'd be more than happy to do it. I know I said it like 5 million times in this video so far, but yeah. At this point, we've made videos on almost all of the Cowabunga Cranked Easter eggs in Black Ops 6 Zombies, Liberty Falls, Citadel Denmore, and the Tomb, which just leaves Terminus, so we'll see how this goes. Spoiler alert, I will say that even though this is my first time making a video on this specific Cowabunga Cranked Easter egg, as you can see by all the check marks, I have completed all of them, so, you know, it's definitely possible, but given how the Citadel Denmore video went, we'll see how everything goes. If there's one thing that I've learned, is that just because one attempt goes good in Cowabunga Cranked doesn't mean that another will. There's a lot of variables at play here, so we're just gonna do our absolute best, and we're gonna avoid turtle powers at all costs. The amount of times that I've been indirectly screwed over by turtle powers while trying to do Easter egg steps is absolutely ridiculous, okay? I remember there was multiple times in one match where I was trying to use the lift because, you know, that stuff where you have to get dead wire and then you use the lift and then you shoot the panels. I kid you not, it happened like 2 or 3 times in a row. I would kill a zombie right next to me and it would drop a turtle power and I'd accidentally pick it up just because the zombie was really close to me. And that was it. I couldn't do the step. Like, I already used the lift at that point, so the lift was going up, the turtle power lasts for 30 seconds, you can't cancel out of it. That was it. So here's hoping my luck goes a bit better today. Every last bit of points counts, so do that little Easter egg there. And now hit the generators. I will say I appreciate the maps and zombies that utilize generators, you know. It's always kind of like a nice sly callback to Origins. But I do have to say, any map that has utilized generators since, which really, well, we have like this map, Firebase Z, and then obviously the original Origins. I don't know, man. There's just something about actually doing it in Origins where the Templar zombies pop out, and even do it like, it's just something with the classic zombies, man. Even something as simple as turning on a generator feels so grand and epic. I'm not saying that Black Ops 6 Zombies doesn't feel grand and epic. Of course it does. I mean, fighting giant molten golems and the Kraken, are you kidding me? It's freaking awesome, dude. Like, that is like literally the definition of grand and epic. But I do have to say, there's something about the setup process, man. Like, again, it's not necessarily that it's an issue with the game, because I don't view it as an issue. Maybe it's because they walk you through everything, but there was just something about the setup process back in like BO2 or BO3 with like the gate worms and shadows, or the generators and Origins, or building the plane in Mob, or, you know, it felt so, you know what I mean? There's just something about it where, even though it's something as simple as setting up, it just felt so grand and epic. And again, you still have a lot of that in Black Ops 6, but I don't know, man. It's just like, when it comes to the setup process, it's like, okay, you turn on the 3 generators in Terminus, and it's cool because you're slowly uncovering the map, seeing all the ways that the map twists around. What kind of cool little secrets are you gonna uncover? Oh no, man. Running around Origins, going from Gen 1 to Gen 2, like, that's a setup process that you're there for. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. I will say, the Like, for example, I mean, even the setup process in Citadel Del Mar, I mean, it wasn't even anything that grand and epic, but it was just something spicy about it. You shoot the locks off, the doppelgas pops out. Like, that sticks with you. And it's a really fun part of the process every time that you do it, because you know you got that doppelgas. You shoot off the locks, and then all chaos ensues because it's a low round, your guns aren't upgraded. Excuse me. This is my forte. Going on long, unimportant, random tangents. If you're new here, get used to it. My specialty. Alright, well, it's round 5. Gotta... literally, we gotta be in the boss fight by, like, round 18, no later. So we're gonna be moving as quick as possible here, not messing around. We are gonna get Pack-a-Punch before we leave this place, or this area of the map. We also gotta get Dead Wire. So, yep, there we go. That's enough for Pack. We don't want to do anything else now. We'll be back down here before too long, because I do want to activate the double point power-up thingy doohickey. So we'll do that then. But for now, we'll get this up. Do I have the Pack-a-Punch? Oh, yes. Man. PBSH looking so good with the Terminus Pack-a-Punch camos. We're going to go ahead and hit this. Almost got Dead Wire on the wrong weapon there. Had my melee out. And I know I don't need to do this yet, but we're going to activate the Easter egg song. You have to. If you're playing a zombies map, you got to activate the Easter egg song. You know what I would like to see? I would like another Revelations type map where it is a best of zombies map, and inside of it, rather than having a dedicated Easter egg song, since it would be a best of zombies map, they have a jukebox where you can pick any zombie song. You pay like 500 points or 1,000 points or whatever. And you can pick any zombie song from history. Doesn't matter if it's like the basic radio songs from Noct, Lullaby of a Dead Man from Baruch, the one from Shinonuma, Beauty of Annihilation from Duraris, 115 from Kino. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it's Slave from Citadel Del Mar. Doesn't matter. Just any zombie song ever. Just one massive jukebox. Dead Again from Black Ops 3. Like... so many amazing zombie songs. At this point, if they could even just release like a vinyl or a CD of every zombie song ever, or if, you know, if it was a CD, they'd have to make more than that, obviously, but, you know, it'd be like a multi-CD thing. I think that'd be awesome. Where are we going? Archangel. If they could even incorporate some, I know it'd be kind of hard, but if they could get like the A7X songs in there from back in the day, like, obviously, Shepherd of Fire is one that they probably couldn't put in there because that's already like part of a Avenged Sevenfold album, even though it's part of the cutscene. Or like Johnny Cage or Johnny Cash, Rusty Cage, and all that. But you know how they had songs that A7X made for zombies specifically, like Not Ready to Die, and Call of the Day. Excuse me, sorry, my stuttering issue is, ooh, it's going today. Some days it's worse than others. When it comes to mental and physical conditions from both of my parents, you know, I don't talk about my father too much, but I will say that is one of the aspects that I definitely got from him, the stuttering bit, because he had that issue too. He had a bit of a speech impediment thing, and I used to not have it that bad, but nowadays it's been slowly getting worse, unfortunately. And as I've been getting older, I noticed I got my mom's bad knees and like just leg bones in general. It's my knees have been giving me some trouble. You know, they're just rather sensitive. Okay, now here's the thing. I'm hoping I can actually see this, because sometimes, okay, even if I can't see it, I mean, I should be able to, oh, okay, yeah, this is, oh no, why is it not, okay, I was gonna say, why is it not loading? Oh wait, what's my crank timer at? 40 seconds? Let's get that to the max real quick. We want to get that to the max. We have time to account for this nonsense because I can barely see it. That should be, okay, so 20, 21, 0. 20, 21, 0. So 40 plus 11 equals 51. 20, 21, 0. Okay, so that'd be 0 plus 21, which is 21, minus 5, which is 16. Okay, so 21 minus X, so that'd be 1. There we go. I just gotta wait for that to finish. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will say, even though I dropped out after sophomore year, at least I retained some of my math and equation skills. Which, I mean, these are pretty basic equations, but, you know. I wonder, like, yeah, I'm just curious, you know, I never ask for people to comment on videos because it makes me feel like one of those scummy YouTubers, like, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. But, I'm just curious, is there anybody out there that is actually able to solve this? Because, again, it's not like it's actually that complicated, or are you the type of player that just typically pace pack the 5,000? There's no shame in it either way, I'm just curious. See, I like math. It's weird. I mean, I am Asian, so makes sense. But I enjoy doing math. It's also kind of like an OCD thing, just because of my numbers. In my head, I'm always kind of just messing about with numbers as is. So, you know, I don't know. Weird facts about me, man. Stick around. You'll find out more random and unnecessary facts about me. I always find something to babble about. I'll stop babbling for a minute, though. I do want to listen to this song. It's freaking awesome, man. Let's just vibe for a sec. Alright, the calibration sequence should be done now. Hopefully. I mean, it's been there. What in the actual... Dude, how many rounds has it been? This is screwing me over. It's taking too long. Hurry up. Gosh. Well, you know what? While we're up here, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to snag some perks, yeah? Well, then again, I kind of want to save for back 2, because we got some hectic stuff coming up, so maybe not. Well... I don't know. Let's see how much money we have at the end of this round first. Pack 2 will be priority. But if we can grab like Quick Revive or something too, that'd be kind of cool. Okay, let's go ahead and pack again. Alright. There we go. Now it's finally done. Goodness gracious.
About damn time.
Yeah, you know, heck, I agree, bud. Alright. Now we gotta go down here, hop on the boat, and get the boat in. Now we will be heavily utilizing our field upgrade in this Easter egg, most likely. Speaking of which, we're gonna have to cap some zombies before we hop on this boat. Where are the zombies? Should be spawning. There we go. Did. I want to get this filled up. Alright, there we go. I found the boat! Get to the boat! No! There we go. Move. Oh, there we go. They finally changed it on PC. I was complaining for the longest time, because on console, you hold the trigger to, you know, drive a vehicle. But on PC, for some reason, they had it so that you had to put the stick forward as if it's Halo. Every time I say that, I'm never dissing Halo, right? I'm just saying, this is Call of Duty. Call of Duty's always had a very specific set of controls. That's why they default me to Halo controls in Call of Duty when it's always been a different set of controls for Call of Duty, and it's still those sets of controls in Call of Duty. It was only on PC that it was doing that. It's not like I ever changed anything. And there's so many settings and menus in these dang games nowadays. I don't know where to go to change it. Like, I miss like the BO2 days, man. You go in the settings, you see some things. There's like the color blindness settings, you got your sensitivity, subtitles, what else was there? I mean, that was really it, right? You got like safe area stuff, maybe if you wanted gore turned off. The settings, you go to the options menu on BO2, like on console, very, very basic. If you do it on PC, there's still gonna be a bunch of complicated stuff, but, I mean, not really complicated. It's more or less just graphic settings and different mouse settings and such. But nowadays, man, there's options for options inside of options. Like, it's good for accessibility and options and such, and, like, being able to customize your experience, but golly. I will say, from an accessibility front, I am glad that they have options for, say, like, motion blur, but not that that's really an issue, though, because the old games didn't even have motion blur anyway, so that's really just a product of newer gaming. I turn motion blur off in every single game that I play. Motion blur just looks like I mean, I don't really care how motion blur looks. It's just more or less... I mean, well, no, actually, I do. I think motion blur just... It can look kind of nice and flashy and cinematic, but, I don't know, in practice, when you're actually playing, just kind of doesn't look that good, and also just makes me feel really sick. So I have to turn motion blur off, otherwise I feel really sick. Oh, I forgot to put that down. But yeah, like, by default nowadays, world motion blur is thankfully off in COD games, but the weapon motion blur is always on, so it just looks bad. Just looks all blurry and just weird. Like, I get it, they're going for that cinematic look, but I'd rather have a nice cream crisp. Gosh, I hope that's not like slang for something. I was trying to say clean, crisp image. Just something that looks real nice. Oh yeah, we gotta shoot some zombies for it to trigger. Then he zaps another zombie. When he zaps the zombies, then we grab the zombie's balls. Take it into this little orb here. Yep, we grab the zombie's balls, put it into the little orb, make the little orb happy, and it swims away. Now we got a multi-phasic resonator. Now we get in the boat. I don't know what that was, bro. I was trying to do a spin on that one guy from Family Guy. Y'all already know the one that I'm talking about. Oh yeah, that's right. Like I can't even remember what his name is, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that guy with the brown hair and like I believe he has like a nose piercing or something. So, oh, that's nasty.
Fire. The dark ether makes us
I need sleep. That's it. That's all it is. Grab the zombie's balls. Oh, I hate making myself laugh because I know I'm not funny and I know nobody else is laughing. I just laugh at myself. Oh, man. Ooh, got a slice of pizza. Slice of pie. Come on, ball, zap a zombie. Oh, what? Oh, it teased me, man. You see that? The ball lifted in the air. So, oh, I'm going to zap a zombie. Oh, no, I'm not. Then it went back down. Okay, this time it actually zapped the zombie. Where's the zombie's balls? Oh. Are you? I got the zombie's balls. Put the ball in the orb. Now I got my ammunition. Alright. Tactical raft. Let's go. Craft us. I ran over the back of the boat. I love this map, man. It's so freaking cool. Riding around the boat. I'm a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Using a boat. I swim with boat. Alright. Swim with boat. You don't swim with a boat, you sail a boat. Is it still sailing? Are you still sailing a boat if it's like a jet ski? Then you're just driving a boat, right? But doesn't driving just apply to like on land with wheels? I don't know. These are the questions I ask myself when I'm trying to sleep at night. That's probably why I need so much sleep, because I mean, I spend more time thinking about this random garbage than I do actually sleeping. If I'm not thinking about random garbage, then I'm coming up with dad jokes. It's literally a problem at this point. I have a notes app in my phone with about, ooh, hard drive first try? Yes, sir. I have a notes app in my phone with at least 100 dad jokes at this point. It's an issue. It's a genuine issue. I keep coming up with dad jokes, and every time that I think of one, I just put it down in my notes app, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna save that for something. And it's been this ongoing cycle for heavens only knows how long at this point. And again, I have like 100 at this point. For example, what do you call it when a Pokemon looks at you? They peek at you. Do you know what they said about the
Smooth, too smooth.
Alright, before I say this joke, I'm trying to cut myself off. I'm just gonna say a trigger warning. And this isn't me trying to be insensitive, okay? Oh man, I don't even know if I should say this joke. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna preface it by saying this. I find this type of dark humor to be somewhat funny, as terrible as it is, because I myself have struggled with these mental issues before and these ideations. And have, I had my history with this stuff. So this isn't coming from a place of insensitivity. It's coming from a place of somebody that has struggled with this stuff and finds these kind of jokes funny just because of my own struggles with it. In a very twisted way. Because I struggle, or I cope with my issues with humor. Okay? Do you know what they said about the ant that jumped off a bridge? They declared it a pesticide. There we go. Okay, that is what, 8? I can't see it because the resolution is so low. I don't know why my game does that. I've tried adjusting all my settings and it doesn't. I don't know. The other ones are clear enough though, so we can just trial and error our way through it if need be. So that's 4. What is what's the Titanic's least favorite party game? Icebreakers. Okay, so 842.
Ooh, I'm getting a little toasty. I might need to take off my jacket. Better watch out. Jacket's gonna come off. It's not gonna be very pleasant.
Alright. Gonna go grab my PhD flopper. I'm going to flop it on the zombies.
I can't feel my face.
Oh man, that sounds terrible. Oh, I need a speed cola. That's what I need.
And I need more ammunition.
So I guess we're gonna do that for you. Ooh, I don't even got enough for more ammunition. I need ammunition. But I need more money. It's a vicious cycle. Ooh, I could activate the double points doohickey. That would actually be pretty helpful. So I'm trying to keep the rounds from going up. I don't want the rounds to go much higher than they already are. We still got a decent bit of stuff to do. The amount of times that I've heard that voice line now. If you're cheap, then I get some 5 pounds of pepperoni. Pepperoni pizza is the best though. Let's keep it a buck. Well, supreme pizza is my favorite, but pepperoni. I mean, if you're gonna order a pizza, usually for me, like the default would be like pepperoni, like you know, just like yeah, pepperoni. But supreme is my favorite. You got almost like buffalo chicken. Ooh. Buffalo chicken pizza, man. Let me tell you. You want to know something creepy? This guy's name is Nathan, and so is mine. I'm about to shoot myself in the face. Don't make me do it. I'm gonna shoot myself in the face.
The knuckle draggers who ran security must have had a failsafe to remember the keypad.
8, 4. No! Yes. Okay.
Okay,
The low resolution textures will not stop me today. Even though I can barely see the clock, I still got it right. Ooh, my weapon isn't rare yet. It's bad. That's really bad. Well, don't worry. It's rare now, so we're all good. Come on, Nathan. It's time to shoot you in the face. Come on. It is time to die, Nathan.
we're too late.
Ow. Oh, I really should have got a dead shot. Yeah, I'm not, like, there's a few perks I'm gonna get yet before we would do the boss fight. Oh my gosh, my aim. I can't see what I'm shooting at because the damage numbers and the muzzle flash are blinding me. Like, how am I supposed to see? Look at the muzzle flash. Look at the damage numbers. I think there's a boss zombie behind all that. I don't know. He's somewhere in there. Behind the 100s and the 1,000 damage numbers. Yeah, he's somewhere in there. Oh. Okay. I almost freaked, bro. I thought our game was just like over right there. So I'm sorry, if it would have broke right there, I wasn't about to do all this again. I'm sorry, there's no way. This isn't working. This weapon isn't that good for this boss, it seems. Oh, come on, stop regenerating. Just die. Just die. Oh, no, don't eat me, you stupid big... Using lethal. Stop! I swear, dude, I'm gonna freaking devour your soul, bro. Oh my gosh, wait. Give me that. There we go. We're not watching the Easter egg, or we're not watching the cutscenes. We've already seen all this. It hurts.
Okay.
It hurts. To bed.
I'm gonna need you to input the command via.
It hurts, bro. Do you want to know what else hurts? The amount of times that you've grabbed me and tried to like eat. Like what do the amalgams even do when they do that? Are they like trying to grab you and eat you? Do they hate you? Do they just take a chunk out of you? Whatever it is that they do, that hurts. So maybe if you wouldn't have done that, I wouldn't have shot you in the face. But here we are. Alright, so the only perks that I really think we need before we go into the boss fight would be like, ooh, you know what? Elemental Pop could actually be pretty rad-tastic. I think so.
Shit.
Watch your language, Pecker. There's kids watching.
Could be manually reconnected in theory. Yeah.
As if I don't have a bit of a potty mouth myself, let's be honest. I'm usually pretty good about my language. I don't like to cuss too much. It's just, you know, just... I don't do it too much. Not like every sentence or whatever, but... I won't lie, I do got a bit of a potty mouth myself sometimes, though. Just depends on the day. It really just depends. The more I found the more tired I am, the worse my my language is. Which kind of goes like both ways. Like not only language in terms of cussing, but also just like language in terms of my ability to speak. Which yeah, I'm pretty sure that shows. Man, I really got to take this jacket off. I'm cooking like a Asian in his room in Florida. Yup. That's what I am. Freeze. I love this Wonder Weapon. It's absolutely garbage, and it sucks for getting to high rounds. Like, it needs buffs so bad. It's really not that good, but I love it. It's like such a reverse thing, but I just love the concept of it more than anything. But when it comes to going for high rounds, yeah, dude, this thing sucks. Beam Smasher's terrible. At least, I mean, maybe I'm just wrong and I've been using it wrong, but like, Beam Smasher versus upgraded Ice Staff in the tomb, like, not even a competition. Okay. Alright, there's a Mangler right there, but you're not mangling me today, bud. Unless you say please. Then I might consider it. Manners go a long way. Like, if somebody were to come up to me and just say, or, you know, they could either just shoot me in the face, or they could say, hey, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. I mean, I'd feel a little disrespected, but if somebody would run up to me and just be like, hey, may I please shoot you in the face? And I'd be like, you know what? Okay, it's fine. Or if they'd say, hey, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna shoot you in the face. And I'd be like, alright, you know what? At least you have manners. I respect that. I don't know how I'd feel after my face was shot off. To that point, I don't think it would really matter because I'd probably be dead, so... You know. My feelings on the situation probably aren't relevant at that point. Bro, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying it. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm feeling a little quirky and random. But no, dude, this is like... It's a little unhinged even for me. Maybe people enjoy that sort of thing. I don't know. It's in life itself just kind of random at this point. Ooh! I gotta be careful. My armor broke it. Repair. There we go. Node connectors. I connected the nodes. Yes. Level up.
This is a classified network. Identify yourself.
And I'm just waiting for the next double XP weekend. At this point, they've given us so much double XP that when I'm playing with normal XP, it's just like, like, it's still relatively fast, right? Because I play the game a lot, so it's not like it really matters that much. I haven't gotten to play as much as I'd like to lately in the past, like, week or so, because I've just been creating a lot of content and been working on a lot of things for the channel. You know, I'm still gonna play a decent amount, but not as much as I'd like to. But, yeah, I'm just waiting for the next double XP weekend at this point, you know what I mean? Because they've given us so much of it, I'm just like, oh man, just chasing that dopamine fix of like how fast you level up when you have double XP, it's insane. Okay, yeah, now we need to go to the guard station.
Rest in peace.
Give me the device.
I do not share her grievances. My priority is to get you all off this island.
Alright, come on, Parasite, chill out.
We can get back my warheads and make our getaway.
Alright, we got all the perks that we'll need. Oh, no, I did want to grab Elemental Pulp. I think we'll grab that one too. So we do more. Well, It's not really a necessity. We'll see how much money we have. If we have enough before the boss fight, we'll get it. Because then we do more elemental damage against, you know, the Kraken, which could help.
Move your ass, people. Modi could be halfway to Japan by now.
Then again, it might be a good idea to just grab it now. No, I'll wait. I'll wait. I hate getting old. You get, like, gas trapped in your chest sometimes. You gotta, like, move around a bit to help work it out of your chest. Alright, so now we got the hacking device, which means... Oh, we're at the end of the Easter egg. What the heck? My brain kind of just comprehended that. We're at the end of the Easter egg already. Yeah, we just do this step. Okay, so we're actually making really good progress then. I was hoping to be ready for the boss fight by 18. It's 13, and we're gonna be ready by what, 14, 15 latest? Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. This is like... No, you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna say it. No, never mind. Forget I said anything. Okay. Scripting. Oh wait, no, I need to do. Wait, where'd Parasite go? Shoot, give me. I need pizza.
I can see what you are doing, and it reeks of desperation.
Oh wait, bro, did that drop have collision? Did you see that? I drove into it and it like stopped me. Oh wait, did I go the wrong way? Or am I going the right way? Find out in a second. I mean, we got 2 minutes. That's enough time to loop the island a couple times. There's the next boy. What up, boy?
You've never tangled with a turtle before.
There we go. Now we just gotta get one more. And thankfully our field upgrade is ready, so if anything goes wrong, we're set. Alright, come on. Gimme. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Surprisingly, out of all the Easter eggs, I found this one to be the easiest. Well, Liberty Falls is pretty easy too. Not necessarily just in terms of like in general, but I just more specifically mean in the cranked mode. I just found this one to be like the most chill and laid back. Like I didn't really have to think that much about what round I was on. Like in Liberty Falls even though in terms of the Easter egg itself it's the easiest, you have to really think like, okay, what round am I on? I should probably start the boss fight now, so I have enough time to do this and this to account for this and this. But in Terminus, not really. You just kind of do it. You just want to do things as fast as you can. I mean, there's that, but beyond that, it's pretty chill. Oh wait, no, don't kill the Parasite. Okay. I was hoping that the game wouldn't, like, automatically kill the Parasite, because I wanted to boost my crank timer real quick.
Your fucking face, Modi. Damn you.
Alright, now we gotta get back inside. We're probably gonna need to pop a thing, because zombies won't spawn for a second yet. Alright, yeah, I think we're gonna need to pop it. 10, 9, 8, yeah. Pop it. There we go. Yeah, I will say that field upgrade is literally required if you want to do any of these Easter eggs. I've found that there's at least one spot in each of these exit scenes where you're going to need to use that at least once, so that is worth noting. Alright. You ever tango with a turtle before? Or you're about to. Sucks we're out of armor. Armor could be really useful right now. Oh, I should probably kill a zombie, send that timer reset, eh? Yeah, I'll do that in a sec. There we go. Hit this one. A little bit at a time. Just want to wait till they build up a little bit more, actually. Okay, now it's time to move. I was like, I didn't want to keep moving so rapidly, but... Nah. Diffuse. By time? Oh, that was close. That was close. Oh, why did this one reset? Wait, did I even do this one yet? I couldn't tell you, honestly. Oh. Health. Whoa! That was weird. Just like snapped me around. Go do one full loop to loop here. Oh hey Mangler. Have I seen you before? Oh what the hell? Okay, we're gonna need to rebuy Quick Rod then. Yikes. I was being way too careless right there. I was like, oh, you know what? These zombies can't get me. I can finish this. Whoa, why does it keep resetting? It's not supposed to do that. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah.
Your courage in the face of futility is admirable. No, really. Or is it just desperation?
Yeah. I'm killing you. The Mangler man. Alright, what's the last one? Yeah, it's still on the other side. We'll go back over there. I think I'd be better off doing a full loop to loop.
Come on, fight like a turtle.
There we go. Oh, hello. Finish it. Finish him! Fatality. There we go, round 13, Easter egg complete. Easy shapeasy, like a squeeze me. Okay. Ooh, I think I need to pop a power keg. If zombies don't start spawning. Okay. I was about to say, I'm literally gonna need to pop a power keg if it doesn't help me out here. So we need our weapon to at least be epic rarity. Pack 3. Preferably. Which means that we just gotta chill for a minute. I'm cool with that. I got no place to be but here. I'm actually gonna grab Elemental Pop like I was saying I would. I know it's gonna set us back money-wise, but it'll help. Because you get the, I have the one augment. I obviously have Electric Cherry, but I also have the one that makes me do increased elemental weakness damage. So these things help. Kinda just want to camp in here. Come on out, boys.
Pizza weak crust.
I love camping in zombies. You know, normally, like, when it goes for, like, when it comes, like, high round attempts, sure, normally, you know, I like the train and stuff. But there's something very nostalgic about finding a spot to just hold out and just see how far you can get. Just takes you back to those catwalk days, or, like, the balconies in Baruch, or the second story in Noct, whatever you want to call that. Well, I guess you can just call it the second story in Noct. It's not really, you know, the corner with the frag grenades. Classic spots, man. Brain rot. Yeah, so right now we're saving up for pack 3 and the epic rarity thing, like I mentioned before. We should probably, like I said, as long as we're in there by like round 18, we'll be alright. That's what I found, at least when it comes to the timers. That just seems to be like a good round. But, you know, it doesn't need to be exact either. If it's like a round or two later, I think we'll still be alright. Because I do also want to get fire on my weapon. Or napalm burst, whatever. I gotta correct myself, as you already know, there's always that one person that's like, actually, it's called napalm burst. Pushing up the glasses. Oh, come on. I don't want to spend another 2,500 points just to get more ammo. I'm just gonna use the beam smasher for a sec. There you go, eat it. And we got some more ammo, beautiful. As much as I love the PBSH, I do gotta say that muzzle flash is crazy. I know they already nerfed the muzzle flash a bit, but it's still a bit crazy. There we go. Mistletoe. I love this blueprint for the, or camo, whatever you want to call it, for the beam smasher. Got the little Christmas tree and the ammo canister there. Alright, that is enough to back punch. So now we just need to get a bit more salvage, so at this point I don't care about money. Yeah, that timer's getting a little short, ain't it? What's it at right now? It's like 25 seconds? Oh, yeah. It's not too bad. Epic rarity. Get a bit more salvage. Oh man, I feel the anxiety kicking in. 'Cause I know this boss fight can go one of a few ways, and I don't... Oh no, now's not the time to go down. I just know things don't go our way. That's still, just don't think about it, Nathan. Happy thoughts. It's like my one therapist taught me. It's all about the self-fulfilling prophecy thing. If you tell yourself you're gonna do bad or you're gonna fail, you're gonna fail. But if you tell yourself you're gonna do good and you're gonna crush this thing, you'll be alright. Because I'm not even worried about the boss fight. I've done this boss fight so many times. I'm just worried, like, what if the crank timer ends up screwing me over somehow, man? What if one of these zombies gets brain rotted when I'm trying to kill it and it's like the last zombie that's like in the vicinity, which means that I'm just screwed and we die, or... Just don't think about worst case scenario. Manifest the best case scenario and it will come. So, at least that's the hope. Did I pack up? Wait, did I triple pack? Oh no, did I triple pack? Please tell me I triple packed. I forget if I did or not. We're about to find out when I get into the boss fight. Please tell me I did. I did that, right? Okay, I did that. Now this is why I got Elemental Pop as well as Napalm, because it is the most useful in this boss fight just due to how many different... Every phase has at least one point where he's weak to Napalm. Except for the second phase. I think the second phase isn't. But this right there, how fast we just melted through his first phase, that's why I got those two in tandem.
I would not get cocky. I suspect our fishy foe has not yet expired.
Wait, should we say something for April?
Alright. Yeah, thankfully we got in here early enough to where that timer really isn't that bad yet, so we're all good. I apologize if my commentary is a bit lacking compared to usual, but I do gotta focus up here. I ain't about to squander this on the boss fight.
Gotta get locked in, boys.
Ordered anchovies in pizza weak crust.
Or whatever the heck the kids say nowadays.
The turtles know how to party.
I don't even... It's at that point where I've been hearing so much brain rot lately that I can't even remember the things that me and my friends used to say, because one, it's been so long, and two... I mean, again, it's getting overrated by all the brain rot terms. What did we even say back then? I'm pretty sure we literally, like, I remember my friends would be like, alright, it's time to focus. Or, yeah, that's literally all we would say. It's just like, alright, it's like, sorry for not talking as much, bro. I'm just really focused right now. We'd be like, alright, it's all good, bro. We just do our thing. That's not how deep our voices were, though. It's more like,
Hey, I'm sorry for not talking as much, man. I'm really trying to focus. We're on the boss fight right now. We don't want to screw this up.
which actually, when I was that young, there wouldn't have been boss fights in zombies. Because at that point, when I still would have been Squeaky McGee, because I was Squeaky McGee until I was like 13 or 14, which at that point, that would have been like Black Ops 3 era. So I want to say my last Squeaky COD would have been like Black Ops 2 probably. Because at that point, yeah, you know, I was... I was one of those squeaking 12-year-olds. Alright, now we gotta shoot his little arm tentacles. Nice. Da-da-da-da-da. It's the mother effing D-O-double-G. Songs find a really random... Songs, like, I always find that songs end up popping into my head at the most random and possibly even worse times. Then again, I don't know, Snoop Dogg popping in my head while I'm doing the Terminus boss fight, maybe that's not the worst time. I think that's actually pretty okay. There we go. Easy peasy. Which, hey, that technically wasn't even Snoop Dogg. I mean, like, it was Snoop Dogg, but, like, it was technically a Dr. Dre song. That 2001 album is timeless. Chef's Kiss masterpiece. Good grief, look at us melting that Amalgam's health. And that was even at long range. If you're close range, you do even more damage because, you know, SMG. Let me just, yeah, you can just, I was about to say, like, oh, I need to buy ammo, but no, these special enemies drop so much ammo. Look at that, we're already back to full, basically.
Totally.
Alright. Now, the third phase is coming up, and I'm not necessarily worried about it. Though I am worried about what if the, you know, what if he kills all the zombies that I need to kill in order to keep my crank timer going. Like, say there's like 1 or 2 zombies left, but the screen wipe attack ends up taking out those zombies. Then I'm kind of screwed, but I also have my field upgrade, so as long as I can melt them fast enough, then that really shouldn't be an issue. So, let's see how this goes. We're right at the end of this point. I just gotta wait for that point where... Oh, wait, he's doing this attack first? Could you imagine if we take him out before he even does the screen wipe? I don't think we'll actually be able to do that. Unless... Hold up, how long is he gonna drag this part out for? If he drags this out for long enough. Wait, are we gonna... We don't have to do the screen wipe. Oh, wait, yes we do, yes we do, yes we do, yes we do, yes we do. He went from taking hundreds of damage down to 26. He didn't do it yet. Alright, he just did it. Immune? Stop being immune. Just die. Easy boss, easy game. Suck it, nerd. Well, that's it. Terminus boss fight. Terminus Cowabunga Cranked Easter Egg boss fight complete. Now, at this point, that we are 2 for 4. We have the Terminus and the Tomb boss fights, which, ironically enough, I would say are like the hardest boss fights in the game. Well, the Citadel that more one is technically a bit more challenging, I'd probably say, than Terminus even. Well, I don't know. It kind of depends. We did Terminus and the Tomb successfully on camera, but the Citadel, the More, and Liberty Falls ones didn't go as well. Which is ironic, because those are the ones that I've done the most and are probably most comfortable with, I would say, in terms of just being able to do it probably with my eyes closed, hands tied behind my back. I just know them that well. Liberty Falls, I got screwed over by the crank timer, because for some reason zombies weren't spawning when the boss fight started, so I couldn't do anything. Like, that was not my fault gameplay-wise. And then same thing in Citadel, that More. That was not my fault gameplay-wise, because no zombies spawned. It was just me and the boss, and the timer was really short at that point, and my field upgrade wasn't ready. At least I don't think it was. Yeah, it wasn't. So I really couldn't do anything about that, because the game wasn't spawning zombies. So those deaths weren't even my fault. But I would like to get successful attempts of those on camera, and then maybe even just like make an entire compilation of us, you know, going through and doing those, or something, just so then it's all there in one spot. It's like a little time capsule of all the Cowabunga Cranked Easter eggs. So I think we'll go through, do 2 more videos yet. 1 on Liberty Falls, 1 on Citadel, that More. And then, yeah, but anyway, there it is. 2 for 4. And I'll see you guys in the next ones where we'll hopefully, finally, successfully tackle those eggs. Tackle those eggs, tackle those Easter eggs. Tackle those eggs just sounds kind of gross for some reason. Tackle those Easter eggs. As you may or may not know if you've been keeping up with the videos, our first attempt at the Liberty Falls Cowabunga Cranked Easter egg was an utter disaster, to say the least. So here's hoping things go better this time. I know they say 3rd time's the charm and all that, but, you know, this is the 2nd time, so I'm hoping things just go good this time. But, I mean, if things still go wrong, I'm willing to give it a 3rd try. Well, it feels like I was doing this not that long ago, because it really wasn't. It's only been a few days since that first attempt, so let's just give it our best, alright? I will say, the last time that we tried to do this and I died, it was partly my fault, partly not. I didn't realize that my field upgrade was ready because that was one of my first times playing the mode. And even though I knew the functionality of the field upgrade, I just forgot to use it, so, you know, that's a whole thing. So it's kind of my fault, kind of not. I'm just gonna blame the game anyway, because I'm sorry. Even though you had the field upgrade, and it is a very useful asset, you shouldn't have to rely on it to the extent that if you don't use it, you're literally just dead if you try to do certain things. I mean, I don't know, that's just what I think anyway. Like, I just feel like the zombies should be spawning continuously, and that should be a backup for cases where you have to, like, you know, sail around or drive the boat around on Terminus, for example. I don't know. What do I know? I'm just some goofy dude on the internet. Alright, get as many points as possible. And we're just going to get out here because we want to start trying to get the groundskeeper to spawn in as soon as possible. So we go from there, build a jet gun, and all that. I have found the magic round to be round 17. I believe I already said that the last time that we attempted this for the boss fight. But that is still definitely true, because I've ran this Easter egg on Cowabunga Cranked multiple times now. I've been running it, testing it, seeing what the best strategies are. And I'm pretty confident in my abilities to do this. That being said, I do still think that we're going to have to rely on the field upgrade when we first start the Easter egg boss fight, because every time that I've done this, I've had to do that. I don't know why. They just don't spawn any zombies for a while there. It would have been cool if they could have at least paused the timer or do what they did in some of the other Easter eggs like Citadel d'Amour and the Tomb, where they paused the timer for a little bit. But they just didn't do that here. Alright. Try to be careful. You know, I mean, we can keep moving through the rounds, but I also want to be careful because, again, I'm just trying to get the groundskeeper to spawn. As soon as we get him to spawn in, then we can keep rolling. I'm also trying to get enough for Pack Punch, hopefully, before we go to do the valve step. Yeah, slice of pizza. I'm avoiding turtle powers at all costs because that's going to set us back. That is the last thing I need right now. I will say I did complete the Easter egg for Cranked in like 20 minutes the one time. It was actually pretty crazy. I mean, that's how long it took me to get to the boss fight, at least. The boss fight itself took like another 5 minutes, but even then. I wish that they would... Ah, there it is. There's the groundskeeper. I wish that they would keep Cranked to the game permanently. It just adds a whole other layer to speedrunning Easter eggs. And you guys know me, I love speedrunning my Easter eggs. There we go, hit that. Grab you. Then we're gonna go get Napalm Burst on our pee-pee. Hee-hee. There we go. Ah! There's napalm on my pee-pee! I'm sorry, I'm really immature. But you already knew that. Who are we kidding? Oh, I just realized that I have Molotovs. You can technically activate the church Easter egg with Molotovs. I just learned that yesterday, actually. I thought it had to be an explosive of some kind, but no. But we are going to grab that Semtex. Just to make it easier on ourselves, because once round 10 hits... Okay, oh, geez. I did not realize how much money I already had. I was trying to save up for that door, but then I started yapping. Yapping is my specialty. Alright, go past you. Grab the water valve. Hello, Valve. Valve is a wonderful company. Speaking of Valve, I want a Steam Deck so bad. I know that's so random, but bro, if I could just lay in bed and play like Spider-Man, that would be awesome. I have a Switch, and I love my Switch to death, you know. Anytime that I'm laying in bed and I'm like, oh man, I'm feeling real lazy right now. I got, you know, it's like an hour until I can really sleep, but I don't got the energy to sit up, and I'm laying in bed. Crack out the Switch, get on Animal Crossing or Mario Kart or whatever other games I got on my Switch, Resident Evil 4, all that. You know, that's awesome, obviously. I love my Nintendo Switch, but obviously there's some games that are available on Steam, are only available on Steam, or are current gen, but are so current gen that they don't necessarily work on Switch, or they just would never feasibly go to Switch like the Sony exclusives. So I've been thinking about it. I was thinking, okay, I could either get a really cheap 64 gig Steam Deck and then replace the internal, because I've heard you can replace the internal SSD, but it's like, you're not, I believe, at least from what I was told, you can't actually just add to the already internal storage, you have to replace it, which means that I guess I'd have to install Steam OS to that SSD before I install it. Maybe. Or maybe there is like some sort of OS somehow built into the device, which I don't really understand how that would work unless it's like something fundamental with the motherboard and there is a little bit of storage on there to hold the data for the OS. Or maybe somehow Steam is so advanced that the BIOS itself on the motherboard and the processor is literally Steam OS. So like I have no idea how they have that set up. Or maybe once you put the SSD in, they have something set up there to where it'll automatically install to it. I've also heard you can do SD cards But I've also heard varying things about that as to, you know, how long the SSD, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, SSDs, how long the SD cards last in there. I heard something about some weird heating issues. I don't know if that was just one user that didn't know what they were doing with their Steam Deck. I've also heard similar issues with other PC handhelds, which you know, there's other PC handhelds out there, but the only one that I'm really interested in is the Steam Deck. I'd also like to get the dock for it so then I can consoleize it. So then it's sort of like a Switch, right? I can either play it in handheld mode, or I can like put it on the dock and get it on my TV. So then, because, you know, I've talked about this before, one of the main reasons that I'm mainly just like a console guy, well, not even just one of the main reasons, but I mean it is like kind of part of it. Just one of the many reasons is that I just like chilling on my futon or my couch or whatever, just chilling and playing games. Whereas PC, I'm not saying this is for obviously like all PCs, but they're all PC setups even. But for in most cases, you're just gonna be sitting at a desk, right? I already do that enough for work, and I know. You can hook a PC up to a TV. You can get the different front ends for like Steam or, you know, these other third-party programs to make it feel more like a console. You just got your games there. But there's still more just setup process involved there with a PC thing. Whereas a console, it's like, all right, you plug the box in, you turn it on, that's it. That's it. It's there. You don't gotta worry about installing front ends. You don't gotta worry about the other maintenance aspects of the PC. Don't gotta worry about drivers and all this other nonsense. The endless shader compilation. Oh my gosh, you can make a compilation of the amount of times in games that require an immense amount of shader compilations. Again, I'm not here to start the PC versus console debate. I love both platforms, and I play both platforms a ton. But, you know, that's just part of my stance on it, you know. That's okay. Everybody's got their preferences. And again, I'm not sitting here to say that one's better than the other. If you want the best graphics and frame rates, PC is objectively the best. If you want the most plug-and-play experience, console is mostly objectively the best, unless you get a faulty system. It's just by nature more plug-and-play. Whereas PC, there's automatically going to be a bit more setup, but where was I going with that? Steam Deck, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, you know, if you consoleize it, then it's still technically PC gaming, but at that point, what I like about Steam Deck and with the way that it's all set up there, and it's mainly just because, I mean, like, you can still access Windows on a Steam Deck, but it's Steam OS first and a Windows device second. You know what I mean? Like, the main thing with Steam, or with the Steam Deck, is that the OS is all built around gaming, so it's still technically PC gaming. But it's mainly just that Steam experience, that Steam front end. You know, it's just all about the games. So that, for me, would be the happy middle ground between PC and console gaming. I would be all over that. And at this point, can we just be honest when it comes to PC versus console gaming? I think the fact that there's even a difference is stupid. The video games themselves are different. Just because the platforms are different is completely, how do you say that word? Superfluous? You know what word I'm trying to say. Superfluous. For some reason I have trouble saying it. Superfluous. You know what I'm saying? The word that I can't say, but I know the meaning too. It's just like, it's, for the most part, if you're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 on an Xbox or a PlayStation or a PC, it's the same video game. The frame rates and resolutions might be a bit different depending on your rig and if you have a PS5 or a 5 Pro or a Series S or X or whatever. But it's the same video game. At this point, consoles are basically just PCs in a convenient box. In fact, I'd say that that's all they've ever been. I mean, it's computer parts. They have graphics cards and processors and RAM and storage and motherboards and such. What's a computer? Just that. Video games are video games. I really think... No, it's a terrible comparison. I'm gonna stop myself before I even say that, because it was supposed to be a funny joke, but never mind. I'm not even gonna say it, because I don't want to get myself canceled here. But I just feel like it's kind of silly, man. You know, it's like, who cares what platform you're playing on, man? In my eyes, if you play Candy Crush on a mobile device, you're just as much as a gamer as I am. Those folks that play Candy Crush, I would say, are even more dedicated than some hardcore gamers out there. Do you know how long they've been sticking with that game and how many thousands of levels there are and how much money they've spent on lives and how much time they've spent waiting for lives and how dedicated they are to those games? Then the same goes for any other platform, man. I think we should all just unify and be glad that we're playing games regardless of our preferences or setups or financial situations.
What was that? Your body cam signal is breaking.
So that's another aspect of it, man. There's like, financially speaking, that can also like play into somebody's preferences or setup, because you know maybe somebody can't say afford a PS5 or a 5 Pro or even a Series. Well, if you can't afford a Series S, there's not really any way you could afford a proper. I don't want to say a proper, but a gaming rig that could actually handle modern games. But if you're out there and you're on a tight budget and you don't got enough money for a PS5 or a Series X, which is still retailing for $500 MSRP USD, but you have enough money to say throw together like a $200 to $400 rig somewhere in that range, because you could totally nowadays, if you wanted to, you could easily get a workstation PC, throw in like a GTX 1650 or something, even maybe like in that range of power. You know, it depends on the prices and where everything is at, or you know, Intel's even been coming out with those ARC B570 and B580 cards lately, which have been very good for. It's kind of a tough situation because they are technically better for a more budget-oriented build, and they do give you considerable power and, you know, ray tracing capabilities and such, which you wouldn't get with, say, you know, putting like a GTX 1650 inside of a workstation PC, which I do have to say, if you do go that route, you know, if you'd ever consider doing something like that, I would recommend going for a workstation PC like an HP or a Dell that comes with, say, like a probably at least, at bare minimum, this is absolute bare minimum, and I'm just thinking with prices in mind, no less than a 6th to 8th gen i5 or i7. I wouldn't even touch an i3 in that, with just considering the age of those CPUs as is. Make sure it has an SSD. I'd say at least a 256 gig SSD, just to kind of have a boot drive there. I wouldn't worry about getting Windows 11. That's just not going to work with that kind of rig. Definitely stick to Windows 10. Because again, I don't even think you'd be able to really run Windows 11 on something like that. I mean, maybe you could, but I don't think it would be a very pleasant experience. Just because, as far as I'm aware, Windows 11 does seem to be a bit more demanding and can be a bit more punishing towards your video game performance as is when it comes to frame rates and such. So, you know, you put that on top of a rather lower-end build, or at least lower-end comparatively to the other things coming out today, then, you know, be a bit of a rough combo. But yeah, you get like at least a 6th to an 8th gen i5 or i7. You get like a 256 gig SSD for the boot drive. Get at least 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, though. I would probably say go for even like something like 32, just to really alleviate some of the growing pains with an older CPU. Would it be necessary? No, you could get away with 16 gigs for sure. But I do think 32, just so you have more longevity, especially if you plan to do a lot of multitasking, would be probably the smarter move there. And then again, when it comes to the GPU, just because workstation PCs tend to have an overall, and that's another thing you have to look out for, you would have to add up the wattages. There's great TDP calculators out there on Google, for example, where you can look up the power consumption or the TDP of your processor, your RAM, your hard drives and such, which if you do get a 256 gig SSD, I'd say pair that with at least a 1 terabyte hard drive, just then you have actual room to work with to play games on. But yeah, you'd probably want to make sure your minimum TDP would be at least like 365 watts if you're going to go the GTX 1650 route. And you would want to make sure for a workstation PC that your GPU does not require being plugged into the power supply itself, like, because for that, you would need your graphics card to not draw more than 75 watts. And as long as it doesn't draw more than 75 watts, it won't need a plug. You know, it won't need to be plugged into the power supply to draw more power, because, to put it simply, when you're using a workstation PC like that, they just do not supply enough power to actually support a build like that. Obviously, you could modify it, and you could probably change the power supply, but on a workstation PC, it already tends to be a bit limited in that aspect when it comes to customizability, so YMMV there. Hold on, let me just go ahead and activate this Easter egg real quick. Come on. Yeah, you do that, pair with like a 1650 or maybe something in that vicinity if your budget's really tight, because a 1650 last I checked was still going for about 100. You know, if it was a couple years ago during, you know, the world shutting down and prices being all over the place, I would have recommended something even on the end of like a 550, 4 gigabyte at least. The 2 gigabyte would just be like, no, man. But I don't know if I could, like nowadays, I don't know, at that point. Because I'd say a 580, but the 580 itself also requires I believe, upwards of like 100 watts. So really, I think a 1650 would probably be your best bet if you're trying to make like a workstation PC like that. Sorry for this like extended tangent about all this, but what I'm trying to say is you could easily get something like that, and as long as your specs are statted out correctly, you could easily get the PC itself. It depends on where you get it, right? If you get a good deal, you could get it for anywhere from, I want to say the range would be $60 to $120. Depending on the seller on eBay, depending on if you can haggle them, 100 for the GPU. You're looking at a solid PC build there when you account for shipping and all that. For the PC itself, not including monitors and all that, probably somewhere in the vicinity of $200. About. If you wanted to go that whole route, though, and do, like, say, a workstation PC, if you're actually considering something like that after hearing me talk about it, I'd recommend going for, like, a Dell, I believe they're called Dell Precision, what was it? What was the exact model? The Dell Precision 3620. Because I did actually do a build like that before, where I turned a Dell Precision 3620 tower, because those are, like, the big towers. You don't want to go for a small form factor build. There is small form factor cards, however, within that wattage and within that price range, and just considering low profile cards in general, they aren't as prevalent nowadays as they once were. So you're not as, like, there is still manufacturers manufacturing low profile cards, but not to the extent that they used to be. Like, right now, for example, you know, obviously all the cards are out of stock, but I wouldn't expect to see like a low profile 5080 Ti or 5090 or even a 5070 or whatever. Maybe a 5060 low profile, maybe that'll exist at some point because that'll be a weaker card and could possibly be more feasible and still push out enough power. But in a low profile, I don't see that happening. I mean, again, though, it's a 50, for a 5060, just considering past 60 cards from NVIDIA, usually not, you know, they range in quality. Oh man, especially if they do a, could you imagine if they do a 50-50? The 50s are the ones that have been like, alright. The 1650 was definitely an exception to that. Oh, going back to the 1650 thing. If you do that, I'd recommend the specific variant of it, or one of the specific variants I'd recommend going for is the Ventus OC XSV1. Well, it doesn't even have to be the V1, just as long as it's, you know, one of those OC ones. OC just means overclocked, which means you'll be getting more bang for your buck, more performance out of the exact same card. And I'd recommend going for the GDDR6 model. And again, it's only 4 gigs of VRAM for the 1650. If you couldn't tell, I love the 1650. It was a really good card for its time, and to this day, you can still get reasonable performance out of it as long as you're utilizing upscaling technologies like FSR. Unfortunately, the card does not support DLSS. But I don't really feel like that's a huge deal because FSR has come such a long way, whereas before, you know, just a couple years ago, DLSS definitely would have been the way to go, but especially now with FSR and the recent innovations with, like, frame generation and such, I mean, FSR has really come a long way, and, you know, with the recent frame generation additions, I wouldn't recommend utilizing frame gen if, say, you play a lot of online games like Call of Duty or Fortnite, for example. I mean, you wouldn't, you know, I don't think you wouldn't be needing that in Fortnite, let's be real here, but I mean, if your rig is really bad, maybe, but in competitive games, I wouldn't recommend it just because it does add a little bit of input lag, but if you play a lot of single-player games, like say you're playing Last of Us, which you can actually do on a 1650, Last of Us Part 1, and other modern games, as long as you're utilizing FSR, for some games, you might have to drop it down to the performance level, but even then, you shouldn't have to go much farther below that, and you can rock your games at 1080p. Sure, there's going to be some AI upscaling because of FSR, but you're still going to be getting a quality experience, you know? At least quality compared to, you know, what you'd expect in that price range for only like $200. Obviously, when you throw in maybe the desk and the monitors and such, you might be looking at a little bit more. You know, if you cheap out on the monitor, probably in total, PC, monitor, and all that, you could probably get away with $300 right there. Seriously. $300 for a competent rig. Is it going to be running as good as even, say, like a Series S? I mean, not exactly. I mean, definitely not. But the Series S also costs $300, and that doesn't account for a screen. So if you buy a screen for the Series S, then that'll push it up to $400. So at that price range, I mean, again, you'd probably still get more mileage out of a Series S out of just sheer performance and available gains, especially because some games like Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, for example, you can't even download it on a GPU that doesn't have ray tracing capabilities built into it. You need dedicated hardware, or ray tracing hardware in your GPU in order to run that game, and I'm sure there's going to be other games in the future that require those same kind of mandates, but for the most part, you're going to be running a lot of games. You know, Call of Duty is pretty well optimized, or I don't want to say Call of Duty is well optimized. I want to say that Call of Duty is very flexible. It seems like with how low you can drop things, especially if you go down to like FSR Ultra Performance, again, you're going to be looking at a bit of a Vaseline smeared image, but you could probably even go with balanced or performance and still get pretty good mileage out of that. For example, when I did that 1650 Dell build, I remember I was able to run like Resident Evil 4 Remake at pretty good settings, for example, and that's a really good looking game. Just a lot, just really surprising stuff, you know, a lot of the recent games. Only $200. And I know I've been going on this tangent for so long, but I don't know, I just find this stuff really interesting because I love talking. Okay, here's the thing. I always talk about how I don't care about like frame rates and resolutions in games, and that is so true. I don't care about frame rates and resolutions to the extent that, like, okay, if a game comes out like Hellblade 2, I remember it was a huge controversy. Everybody was like, oh man, this game only runs at 30 FPS, or Starfield. It's like, who cares, man? Like, for me personally, I don't care if a game's running at 30 FPS. Honestly, I'm gonna get flamed for this. As long as the game's running above 24 FPS consistently, then I feel like that's acceptable. Because 24 frames per second is the minimal amount of frames per second for something to be perceived as motion with the human eye. So you'd at least be able to get a bit of a rhythm down at 24 FPS. Am I saying that every game should launch at 24 FPS so that I want every game to be that? No. Different use cases. You know, for like Call of Duty, for example, I'm glad that they target 60 FPS on the base level, right? So, you know, it's not necessarily that I have a preference towards any frame rate. It's just that I don't think it's as important as people say. And I personally don't care. Preferences vary from person to person, of course. If you're the type of person where you want your games at 60, that's okay, you know? You know, I understand that. But at the same time, I don't think it's actually such a huge deal, you know? I know I use this example all the time, but Bud, when I was split screening games on the N64 or PS1 back in the day, you were playing PowerPoint presentations, but we were still having fun, and we were still able to play the game and set new high scores, even at those PowerPoint presentation frame rates. So, does it really matter that much? I would say no. I'm just happy to be playing video games and having fun, you know what I mean? But, that's just my little tangent on it. Oh no, that's the other thing I was gonna say. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my turtle power to run out so I can actually just start shooting and getting my double points for critical kills. But even though I don't necessarily care about frame rates and resolutions in games, I still find this stuff interesting as to, like, you know, I'm the type of guy where I love watching, like, Digital Foundry. I watch the DF Direct weeklies. I also watch just a lot of the videos when new games are coming out, just because I find the technical aspects interesting, just because, let's be honest, I'm Asian, I'm a freaking nerd, okay? I love technical aspects of things. I love seeing the differences in consoles, how each of them handle the different processes when it comes to, you know, processing, like, processing processes, graphical processing processes, computing processes in general, how each console or each piece of technology handles certain things, how much performance you can get out of a certain rig or build or whatever. There's another channel I really love that I recommend watching called Random Gaming in HD. He constantly makes videos about new cards, but also older cards, like, okay, how's the RX 550 holding up in this year? How's the 1650 doing? How's the, oh, God forbid, the GT 710? Oh, God, that graphics card, let me tell you. You got, like, the 1030. But then there were some, I remember back in the day, man, gosh, the 1070 Ti, that was, like, the pinnacle of graphics cards for a bit there, man. That card, oh. Every time I hear 1070 Ti, that takes me back, man. That's just, it makes me jealous for those days. I'll just put it that way because of how we see things are nowadays. I can tell you, I'm not buying a 50 series card. There's no way. I'm not buying a 50 series card. You wanna know why? I have 2 ears, and in between these 2 ears is a functional brain. Mostly. It depends on the day. But, for the most part, it's functioning. I think. So, you know. 40 series, alright, that's more manageable. But, you know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know, I feel like even then, though, you know, when 40 series first dropped, that was obviously harder to justify. And that's just how recent graphics card launches have been in general, it seems. I almost have to wonder. It's like, in one aspect, I almost wonder if the shortages are intentional, just to kind of create a sense of FOMO, but at the same time, maybe the demand is just really that high. Maybe it's a mix of both. Sorry, I got gas in my chest.
But I can't help but feel like, knowing their track record, you would think that they would wait until they have more cards lined up, or, you know, like more things ready to ship out before putting pre-orders live, or, you know, anything like that, you know what I mean? Or maybe setting up pre-orders first so then they can meet that demand and then ship things out, sort of like what Limited Run does. Sure, it takes a really long time to receive the product from Limited Run, but they meet their demand because they get the numbers and then they start printing. So yeah, I don't know, that's just kind of my 2 cents on all that. But yeah, for example, like when the 40 series cards first came out, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, hard to justify getting that. But nowadays, yeah, obviously get a 40 series card. They're awesome, man. You can't really go wrong with any of them. And AMD's obviously also come a long way when it comes to just everything, right? CPUs, GPUs. Honestly, I feel like, you know, back in the day, I would have done an Intel/NVIDIA build full stop no matter what. But nowadays, I found myself kind of being like, okay, you know, let me throw some AMD in this build. My current build is all just CPU, or I'm sorry, all CPU. Yeah, that's it, guys. It's all CPU, integrated graphics, guys. I'm running Black Ops 6 on Intel UHD Graphics 620. No, right now I'm rocking, you know, an Intel CPU, NVIDIA GPU. Hold up, gotta grab. 32 gigs DDR4 RAM, and a whole bunch of terabytes of storage because, well, I'm a content creator, so I need somewhere to put all my games and all my, especially video files. Video files take up more storage than my games, believe it or not. Sorry, I just gotta get a few perks before we start this boss fight. There we go. That's really all I need for this boss. Oh, round 17, perfect timing. I don't know if I actually want to use the zipline. I really don't want to use the zipline, so we're just gonna run for it. Oh, zombies. Oh.
Freeze frame.
Yeah, we've got a freeze frame, and we're gonna go start the boss fight immediately now. Because this freeze frame's only gonna last for so long. There we go. Oh no, I'm getting a call. Now's not the time to be getting a call. I just saw it go off over there. Thankfully, unlike my last phone, calls don't actually disrupt my videos. My heart dropped right there because I don't recognize the number, so I'm just gonna have to sit for a minute. But yeah, I remember like my old phone, anytime I get a call or an alarm would go off, it would just cut my video, and I'd be like, no! Thankfully, phones auto-save videos, but still, it's like, no! Don't do that to me! Oh man, I always rag on this phone for being garbage, but I'm actually really glad. Because we already had one video thing happen in my Citadel Demo run. My heart absolutely sank because I saw a notification of my phone pop up as I was playing, and I was like, there's only one thing that can be, and I looked, and what was it? I was out of storage. But anyway, what was the one thing I was saying before about how, oh yeah, like AMD builds are totally more viable nowadays, and I would say that honestly, if you're on a budget, that might just be the way to go. They've come a long way in terms of quality, pricing. There's so many ways that you can do an AMD build when it comes to budgetary flexibility, whereas with NVIDIA builds, I don't really feel like you have that as much right now. I just kind of feel like you're shoehorned into a few options depending on your budget. Whereas now with like an AMD build, I mean, you could easily go for, say, like CPU wise, you probably, I'd say like if you want something that would guarantee that you could play games at like good frame rates and such, and you wanted to go with the AMD build, you know, go a bit more budgetary, I would say, hold up, we're gonna pop a power keg because I'm getting a bit paranoid here. Zombies are starting to not spawn in as much. Might need a freeze frame. Gosh, I don't like using gobblegums, but like when they don't spawn zombies, I don't have an option. I need my freeze frame field upgrade if they're not gonna spawn them in. But yeah, you know, like, for example, we were talking about the ARC cards before, and the B580 has unfortunately been suffering a lot of shortages just because it has become such a popular card due to the amount of power that you get at the price, which is a conversation for another day about, okay, if Intel can afford to sell these things at a perceived profit, hopefully they aren't losing on each card, that wouldn't make sense as a business, then that means that NVIDIA is selling their cards at a ridiculous profit. Ridiculous. Which I feel like we've all already known that for a long time. I feel like that's just pretty common knowledge. Like, yeah, NVIDIA kind of does screw over its consumers in that sense. They're willing to jack up the prices if it means that they're going to be making more money, as most businesses do. But I do feel like when you compare the prices between, say, NVIDIA and AMD, it is kind of like, okay, just how much profit are you guys getting? And, like, couldn't you adjust your, projections a little bit to make this feel a bit more fair? But yeah, like I was saying, with the... I'm sorry, hold up. Whew. Got a little tense there for a sec. Alright, are no more... Okay, I was gonna say, if no more zombies are gonna spawn in, then I might need to pop me another gummy. Or pop me a fill upgrade, sorry, not a gummy. We don't have any more gummies. Well, let me just take this guy out, then I'll keep saying what I was saying. Yeah, things are getting a little tense here, aren't they? I did not mean to use that. I panicked because usually I have Frenzy Guard on. So I was thinking, oh, okay, let me activate my Frenzy Guard, but no, I just put the timer on. But the B580, you get so much power comparatively for the price. And I would say if you're going for a budget build, or if you're just strict on a budget, but you still want something above like a 1650, and you're willing to shell out a little bit more cash, or if you have more to shell out, either the B580 or also like the B570 is actually really comparable when it comes to frame rates and performance, and frames per dollar if you care about that sort of thing. So, you pair that. I'm sorry, I keep getting caught off guard just because, you know, we're doing this as I'm commentating and trying to have an in-depth discussion about GPUs and such. Just gonna pop that so we can charge our fuel upgrade a bit faster. Again, I don't like using gobblegums, but things are getting a little borked in this boss fight because my brain's been all over the place. You know what? Let's just get out of my face. I hear. Yep, there it is. There's the abomination. Now we just gotta. I would like to charge up our field upgrade before I interact with that a bomb. All right, there we go. Yeah, you pair like the B580 with say, I don't know, 5600 AMD CPU. That's AB all set. And obviously you want to pair that with like an SSD. Direct storage has been getting a bit more popular lately, which I don't have any personal experience with. I'm still using SSDs, but I never thought we'd see something faster than SSDs, but here we are. There we go. Freeze frame and time to finish this boss fight. At least I hope so. Oh yeah, open that mouth. Yeah, take it.
If you are what you eat, then I'm 5 pounds of pepperoni. And pizza weak crust.
Yeah, look at AMD 5600 and then also ARC B570, B580. Get a good thing going there. Make sure, one of the most important things, never skimp out on your power supply. Make sure you get a reputable brand of power supply. Make sure the wattages fit your needs. If anything, I would say that there's no such thing as too much wattage when it comes to power supply capacity. The more the better.
Totally.
Don't want to end up frying your build because it didn't have enough power to supply to all your parts inside of your build. There we go. That's a boss fight complete. Yeah, a lot of flexibility there. So, I know this whole conversation started with what? The Steam Deck? There's a lot of flexibility in gaming in general, though. If you have the money for a full-on build, you know, for like thousands of dollars, you can get something great out of that. A lot of great performance, especially with recent upscaling technologies. You can get ridiculous frame rates while still rendering ridiculous graphics at ridiculous resolutions. If you have less money, you can still get something really good, all things considered, for the price. If you want something more convenient, that is a bit cheaper, but still giving you ridiculous performance. You know, you can still get like a PS5, PS5 Pro, Xbox Series X, and, you know, you're going to be getting amazing performance, especially comparatively for the price, and amazing games and exclusives and such on either platform now. And the Series S, it's a great of all worlds, really. You're still getting pretty great performance, and amazing exclusives there, but at a much cheaper price. Especially if you get a second hand, you can easily find Series S's for less than $200 now, which honestly, if you're just looking for a higher end machine that gives good performance, great games, great way to play games, that would honestly probably be the way to go, like a second-hand Series S. But yeah, that's just why I love video games in general, man. Regardless of platform, there's so much flexibility, there's so many options to fit your specific needs, preferences, and setup, and yeah, man, I just love video games in general. I love talking about this stuff. Honestly, now that I have a second channel, I feel like I could make a video just sitting here talking about this stuff for hours on end. Should I do that? I never ask for comments and stuff because it feels scummy, but would you guys, like, for those of you that watch the second channel or my fourth channel, whatever it technically is because I made the channel fourth, would you guys like videos over there? I just ramble about tech nerd stuff? I'd be down to do it. Straight up, I'd be down to do it. But anyway, I'll shut up now. Cut the conversation there. TLDR, TLDW in this case. I love video games. And I'm glad that we finished the Liberty Falls Easter egg boss fight there. So, we'll need to go back through and reattempt the Citadel D'Amour one then on video again. I've obviously at this point completed all of these, but it's the last one that we need to actually successfully complete on camera, so... hopefully we can actually do that. I don't know. We'll find out next time. It's all been building up to this. We've done the Liberty Falls, Terminus, and Tomb Cowabunga Cranked Easter eggs. We even went back and did the Liberty Falls Cowabunga Cranked Easter egg again with the new D13 sector, which was a lot of fun. But now, finally today, we're gonna be once again attempting the Citadel D'Amour Cowabunga Cranked Easter egg. Here we are, once again, the spawn room of Citadel D'Amour, and, Let's just hope that I don't die to some nonsense in the boss fight. By nonsense, I mean the crank timer running out like last time. But we got the strategies down. I've attempted this a couple of times off camera, and I've had a few successful attempts. And now I see that packet burst in the left side of the screen. He better go away, boy. Ooh, I tell you what. Okay, so the Rat King Easter egg, if it'll work, is going to be part of my strategy. Obviously, you're not guaranteed anything from that. It's all RNG, so let's just pray that RNG is in Grotesque's favor today. Hopefully. There was something else that I was going to say. Oh, yeah, so I had a question for you folks, and it's weird, because when I make content, I feel like my more hyper-edited videos are more entertaining. I don't know, there's just something about when I'm watching them, I just feel like they're more... I don't know what the word is. I just get more of those satisfactory chemicals in my brain when I watch those videos. I just feel more entertained. But for some reason lately, it seems like, I mean, again, obviously views aren't necessarily the end-all be-all when it comes to whether or not somebody enjoys a video or not. But it seems like these videos have been performing, like, literally when I look at my analytics, and you guys know me. Not an analytics guy, don't care about numbers. I also want to create the content that my audience wants to see. These more chill, laid-back, less edited videos have been doing literally hundreds of % better than my typical videos. So I just, like, again, I never really ask for, like, comments or this, that, or the other. Not a numbers guy. But again, I want to make the content that people enjoy most from me. So, while I'm not saying that every single video would be like this going forward, and I'm still going to make my typical kind of content, would you guys enjoy more videos like this that I've been making? Because these videos have been doing exceptionally well compared to my usual content on a regular basis. Again, my other content's been doing just fine, because, you know, numbers are numbers. I don't care. But if this is the kind of stuff that you guys like, just let me know. You know, I've always kind of had a thing for this type of content too. You know, the stuff that I've been doing lately with these Easter eggs, just because the early days of YouTube was basically just this kind of stuff, right? Like Let's Plays and stuff like that. And while this isn't technically like a Let's Play, it's still in that same format, where it's just like a chill time, me, you, hanging out, chilling, talking, playing a game, having a good time. So I've always just kind of had a thing for that kind of content anyway. And there is actually more of that kind of content that can be found on my second channel or fourth channel, whatever channel. I have a lot of channels now. Grotesque Plus, I did an entire series that I then turned into a compilation of Resident Evil 3 Remake. And it was in the same vein of these Easter egg videos that I've been doing. So, you know, if you do enjoy that kind of content from me, there's that over there, and I do plan to... I actually have another thing in the works that I'm going to be posting up over there. I just haven't... You know, it's been a little bit since I've uploaded over there, but considering that we just cleared out an entire series, I wanted to give people time to catch up on that. And then, yeah, I have some other stuff in the works that I'm going to be doing over there. I don't have a set schedule on that channel like I do on my other 3 channels. That one's just more or less like, hey, it's grotesque, but it's more of it. When I got some stuff to throw over there, I'll do that. Did I hit the rat at the bottom of the staircase? Or not the bottom of the staircase, but in that little hole? I guess I'm about to find out. It's actually pretty funny when you have the Rat King, but you're playing as Splinter. It feels that much more fitting. You're then actually the Rat King. Or more like the Rat Sensei. Sensei Splinter. Alright, we're gonna grab Jug, of course. Gotta get the Jugs. I was about to make a terrible joke right off the rip. It's too early in the video for all that, man. I gotta keep my degeneracy on the low. At least for a little bit. Alright. Go away, rat. There we go. It's another one. Nothing else over here. Alright. Oh no, I don't have enough to go in there yet. I don't have enough to do a lot of things yet. Ooh, Molotov. Definitely gonna need that. Alright, dude, my monitor is like so dark right now. Ooh. I don't know if it's just the monitor or the game. Everything just feels so dark. I'm also getting toasty. I gotta take my jacket off then. 8. Get away! 8. Oh wait, let me scare off this rat. Go away, rat! Flee! Okay, so the first one was what? 8. 8. Where's the piece of paper? 8-4. 8-4. 8-4 what? 8-4 lash. 8-4 lash. I'll remember that. 8-4 lash O. So 8-4 lash. O will be less. 8-4 lash. 8-4 lash. 8-4 lash. I'm gonna say that for the next 30 minutes until we get to that part. 8-4 lash. Waiting for the turtle power to go away so I can just shoot. Yes. Taste the bullets of the well, what's this called again? The Bad Beat Black Saddle Creek Sea. I love this blueprint, man. In multiplayer, it just turns people into piles of like molten goo.
Let's break some foot.
Not to mention the tracers. It's so rad. All right. No, not you. Go. Oh, well, I will break you. Yeah. Okay, go away. Go away, rat. Flee. Oh man, I need 2K. Why are these doors so expensive? Calm down. Good grief. No, more greedy than my ex. Open sesame. My aim was so terrible right there, but it's only round 4, so mega damage. All right. Am I still in frame? Okay. I was having some troubles getting the tripod to work with me, so I was making sure we're all good there. Gotta make sure you guys can see this ugly ass face. Oh gosh, what was the thing? A4 lash O. A4 lash. A4 lash. Right? Yeah, that's what it was. A4 lash. I'm out of ammo. That's not very cool, man. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. That's right. We still have a few more things to do for the Rat King thing. So before I pack punch, we're gonna activate the Rat King thing because sometimes it can give you a what's called, I guess would be a refined Ethereum crystal. The one that gives you second pack, because yeah, it gives like Ethereum, or no, yeah, raw Ethereum, refined, and then flawless. Yeah, there's another rat in here. Go away, rat! Even if it only gives me like an epic ether tool or something, that'd be pretty cool too. Then I could just, yeah, I think I'd be able to get enough salvage in order to get my weapon legendary rarity before the boss fight, so that'd be pretty cool. How much? Do we have enough? Yes, for once I have enough. I'm not broke. Dive over here. Rat? Don't make me say it. Okay. That one already knew. He was like, nope, you don't gotta scream in my ear. I'll just go. Alright. Salvage. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The rats got the message. They will not be messing with us again. Alright, so now let's go activate this egg. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we get at least some way to upgrade our weapon. If we don't, I'll be a little sad. Hello, rats. I step on the red. Ow! What do we get? Refined Ethereum! Yes, sir! Ooh, stamina up. Ooh, I didn't even want any of this garbage, man. Just give me the crown. That's just what I want. There we go. Michelangelo. Like I said, if I was playing a Splinter, it would be even better, but... Man, this is pretty gnarly. I love the crown, man. It's pretty cool, too. For those that don't know, the crown actually, like, if you use a mutant injection, for example, it'll still be there, which is really cool. But yeah, we're pretty set in terms of weapon upgrades for a little while now. So, I guess we'll get started on the little floor thing. I wish they had the feature from Cold War where you can change your blueprints mid-game. Because all you had to do was click pause, switch the blueprints, it's all good. But no, in this game you can't do that. Or even if they made it so that if you pick up like ground loot or get it from like a vault or something like that, you know, if it would just be like your blueprint by default, that would be pretty cool. But no, we're not allowed to be happy. I'm just kidding, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, kind of. It'd be cool, you know, because like by default, some of the blueprints are kind of just or not even necessarily the blueprints, but just like the weapon attachments they have on by default. We do not have enough zombies for that trap yet, so I'm just gonna wait till the round flips. There we go. Round 6. Which is a vermin round. Beautiful. Not really.
Fetch me their shell.
Fetch me their shells.
heard that so many times. Alright. So, 8. I try to do at least 3 of these before I get rolling. Before I get rolling.
Move in, I move out. Hands up, the hands down.
Keep rolling. Limp Biscuit, baby. Ooh, I want the salvage, but not the turtle power. Turtle power! Sorry, just making sure I'm still good. So, because, like, sometimes my main concern is, like, the top of my head. Because, like, sometimes I'm good. But then other times it, like, started, like, I can't even tell right now. It's turned a little since I started. Like, I had it normal, but the tripod just sort of, like, slowly turns and then slowly drops or goes the other way. So that's, I gotta look at it and make sure, like, I'm good at least. Like, at least you guys can, like, see me, but it's annoying me now because it turned and I can't start messing with it because if I start messing with it, it'll never be perfect enough. Oh, man. I was looking for 4. Okay. Oh, goodness. Where was 4? Wasn't it literally just out here? Was I not just staring at it? Here's some other... I gotta run back inside there and grab some... Okay, yeah, 4. This is the next one. I activate you. And then I shoot zombie. Come on. There we go.
Party rock is in the house tonight.
Dude, okay, here's the thing. If you are a young boy and you do not yet have facial hair, consider yourself lucky. Okay. I don't shave very often, right? On my face, perverts. I don't shave very often. In fact, the last time I shaved, I was probably like 12. Probably. And yeah, so I don't have a lot of facial hair because the more you shave it, the more it grows. So I just haven't shaved it so it doesn't grow as much. But it's been starting to grow regardless anyway. So I have these little hairs on because my father, he used to have like a goatee. So I kind of just have it in my genetics to be able to kind of like grow that out. And it's like starting to happen. The older I get, it's just been slowly coming in more and more. I've always had a bit of a mustache. I've had that since I was like 12. But the goatee, man, it's like it's starting to come in, and I hate it because there's these little hairs that are growing in, like right around here past the mustache point, and it's like there's this one hair that keeps like trying to get in my mouth, and it's like tickling my lip. It's disgusting. Should I shave it? Yeah. Do I have a razor? No. I have... I'm about to expose this. I have one razor. You wanna know what that razor does? It's capable of trimming nose hair and ear hair. But I don't use it for those purposes because my ear hair doesn't grow like that. Nor does my nose hair really grow like that. So I don't even know why I have it because I never really use it. I mean, there was one time in like middle school where my nose hair got a little gnarly, not gonna lie. But it's usually not that bad nowadays, so. Alright, what was I even doing? Did we do 4? Yeah, we did 4. So now I just need, ooh, that's what I was trying to do. Yeah, we gotta do some of these things. Oh no, I got turtle power. I hate turtle power right now. Like, it's a good drop, normally, but you get less money. I just want the critical kills. Like, we lost out on so much money right there because of that. But you got to do what you got to do. So now we are going to keep moving along. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come out here. Oh yeah, I feel like I can breathe a lot easier without that jacket.
Time to bounce.
Let's make me a little toasty. A little more toasty than I like. Come on. There we go. That's one. Fun fact, y'all. Back in September... Ooh, hold on. Yeah! Back in September, I started learning Nihongo, aka Japanese. And I've been learning it off and on since then. However, since Black Ops 6 released, I haven't been able to really study as much. It's been like almost 5 months, like over 4 months since BO6 released, which that in itself is insane. We're almost halfway to the next COD. And I've just been spending every day on this game, not complaining. Love this game to death. I've been happy to spend every day on it, but I haven't gotten to study as much. So now I've kind of started studying again, you know, intermittently between like Warzone matches as I'm grinding Abyss camo and the 100% calling card and such. You know, I'll just like sit there and pull it up. If my game breaks right now. Okay. Y'all saw the warnings on the... Bro, I was about to... I was gonna scream like flat out. If my game would have broke right there, y'all would have heard me scream. Anyway, yeah, in between like Warzone matches and just like, you know, like before bed or when I first wake up in the morning before I get on COD, I started just, you know, using the Anki Droid app again, just kind of study some vocabulary. I also reinstalled the app called Hello Talk, because it's a really good app to just kind of chat with Japanese people. And while you guys know me, I'm very antisocial, don't really have a desire to speak with people. First things first, for some reason, it's just different when I'm speaking to Japanese people. I actually enjoy speaking to Japanese and Asian people. Maybe I just don't like talking with Americans, which kind of makes sense. Most of them are brain rotted. Now that I think of it, because it's weird. When I say that I'm antisocial and I don't like talking to people, it just seems that it's only very particular. Like, it's hard to explain. Like, I like, on one hand, no matter who the person is, even if it's somebody that I love, like somebody in my family, I still just prefer to be alone. That being said, I despise interaction a lot less than I normally do when I'm talking to somebody that isn't a freaking moron. Like, when I'm talking to you guys in the comment section that aren't brain-rotted 11-year-olds, I enjoy talking to you guys. The brain-rotted 11-year-olds, not so much. Not gonna lie. Anyway, I'm not saying all 11-year-olds are brain-rotted. I'm just saying the ones that are specifically brain-rotted are, you know... But, you know, there's, you know, the usuals down in the comment section that I always look forward to hearing from that aren't brain-rotted children. And I have a lot of fun talking to them. And same thing with, like, some folks in my family are just talking to, like, Asian people in general. I don't know what it is. I'm something about Asian people. Maybe it's because I'm also Asian. But they also just tend to be more friendly and not stupid, so there's that. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, it's been fun on there. I've made a couple of friends. I guess I should be, I mean... I'm trying to, like, it's one of those things where, you know, it's not necessarily last name, so I guess I could say it, right? Like the one guy's name, his name is Ichi. He's pretty cool. I met him back in, when I first had the app. I had to delete it for a little bit because my phone had, like, no storage. But I just reinstalled the app, got my old account, and unfortunately, one of my friends that I used to talk to, she ended up deleting her account, which was sad, because we were, like, helping each other learn, you know, each other's languages. I was helping her with English, she was helping me with Japanese, and... that's also, like, the main part of the app. That's really all it is, right? Like, it isn't just to talk to Asian people. It's actually for, like, any language, really, from what I know. But I use it to talk to Japanese people, and then, likewise, basically how it works is, in the search feature, they set up their thing so that they're looking for people that speak English so they can learn, and then I'm looking for people that can speak Japanese so I can learn. So it's like a mutually beneficial thing. Sometimes I'll talk in Japanese, or, you know, sometimes I'll talk in Japanese and type in Japanese because I have a Japanese keyboard for hiragana and katakana on my phone. I still don't know kanji, so that's off the table. My texts just end up looking very long because kanji is a good way to sort of compress words. Otherwise, like, one kanji could be equivalent to, like, 5-6 different hiragana, or, you know, so, but yeah, my texts end up looking very long as a result of that. Anyway, what was I doing? Okay, so we did the first 2 rituals. I can't do the other 2 yet, and now we're just waiting for the thing, right? Yeah, we're just waiting for the bucket head. Okay, wait for the bucket head. That's all we gotta do. I think. Did I grab the bone? I did grab the bone. Okay. Oh, hello. But what was I gonna say before? Yeah, sometimes, yeah, I had the hiragana, katakana keyboards on my phone, and yeah, so sometimes I'll talk in Japanese or type in Japanese, just then I can kind of verify, like, okay, am I saying these things right? Like, for example, when I first meet somebody, I usually just test, like, the basic introduction just to make sure I'm doing it, like watashi wa Nesan desu, dozo yoroshiku, which is basically just like, hey, my name's Nathan. Please be nice to me. And I know that kind of sounds weird in English to say please be nice to me, but that's kind of just part of, like, the greetings there, but even then, that in itself can be a bit formal. So sometimes if you're in, like, a really casual setting and it's, like, whatever, you can just kind of say, like, watashi wa Nesan desu, or I could say, like, or boku, yeah, like, boku wa Nesan desu, or Nesan desu. I'm still trying to learn some of the markers, too, because you have, like, different markers. You could say... wait, hold on. I'm just trying to think real quick. Did I? Yeah, so I grabbed the sword, grabbed the bone. Okay, sorry. Brain's doing its thing right now. But you could say, like, boku ga baka da. Which would be like, I'm an idiot. Boku ga baka da. Which you could also say, I guess, like, watashi ga baka da. Yeah. Watashi ga baka da. Because then there's like two different ways you can mark the topic or subject of a sentence, which are not necessarily interchangeable, but you could say like, you know, like watashi wa, which the wa is the marker. You know, there's different markers. There's the it's sort of like punctuation in English, but a little no, actually no, it's nothing like punctuation. Sorry, that was stupid. But it sort of just like marks what's coming next. So you say like watashi wa, and wa would mean that something's coming up, right? Like the next thing that somebody's about to say after wa is relevant to whatever was said before. Whereas if you say ga, it marks something as a subject. So if I say like boku ga, like I said before, boku is just the masculine version of saying I. So you have watashi, which is neutral for any gender, male or female or, you know, whatever else. Watashi is just like, you know, neutral, and then boku would be for a male. I forget what the feminine one is. Yeah, so you have that, and then what was I going to say before? But if you say, like, ga after that, for example, like, watashi ga or boku ga, so rather than saying wa, or again, wa kind of marks, like, okay, whatever is about to be said ties into what was said before, ga kind of means the same thing, but it more puts the emphasis on I. So rather than, because if you say wa, so, for example, boku wa baka da, that just more means, like, as for me, I'm an idiot. But if I say boku ga baka da, that's like, I am an idiot. You know, like, emphasis on the I. I am an idiot. So, there you go. Just roasted myself. Just roasted myself for the sake of teaching some Japanese. And then it's pretty simple to ask where something is. This was one of the first things that I learned when I was still kind of dabbling with the idea of maybe visiting Japan at some point. What doko desu ka? So you say, like, McDonald's, what doko desu ka? That just means, where's McDonald's? Because they're... So, some of the ways that their sentences are structured are also a little bit different from English. I'm just going to go ahead and go pack 3. Why not? Let's be overpowered. So, for example, rather than saying I eat apple, over there would be like I apple eat. I'm trying... What the heck was the word for eat? It's been a minute. Tabemasu? Tabemashita? No. See, again, it's been a couple months since I've gotten to study, like, some of the specific words. Like, I'm trying to remember some of them. I think... What was it? Kaimas is to buy something. And then, but there's different ways to say words. Like, for example, if you say, I think iku is to go somewhere, but then, like, ikimasu would be the verb of going somewhere. But I forget if it was ikimasu that I'm thinking of, or if it was a different word. But you kind of get what I'm trying to say. But anyway, yeah, there was, like, the whole I eat apple. That's how you say it in English, but then in Japanese, be like, I apple eats. You say, watashi wa ringo o tabemasu. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, because tabemono is food, and then tabemasu would be eat. The verb of eating. Because then there's taberu. Taberu, yeah, that's right. Taberu is eat, and then tabemasu would be eat. And then I think tabemashita would either be don't eat, or would be the past tense of eat. It's one of those. I have a lot of learning to do. Then there's Ohayo, which is good morning. Hi, which means yes. Which that was actually kind of like a cool thing, because I was teaching the one person that I met last night. Oh yeah, that's what I forgot to say. I met another person last night, because I just texted Ichi. Still waiting to hear from Ichi. I hope my boy's doing okay, man. Me and him talked a lot when I first got the app, man. He was like one of my one of my Japanese best friends. So I hope he's doing all right, man. I hope I can hear from him soon. It says his account's still active, so hopefully I hear from him soon. But then I met another person last night. Her name is Memaru. And I was teaching her like some of the basics in English, because she knows like no English right now. Which is fine, because I know like basically not no Japanese, but not as much as I'd like to. So, you know, it's learning experience both ways. But it was cool, because I was able to be like, you know, hi. Like, you know, to say like yes in Japanese. And I was like, literally just say that, but with more emphasis on the I. And that's how you greet somebody in English. Hi. So, you know, that was like a cool thing. It's fun teaching people stuff, and likewise, it's fun learning stuff. That's the problem with American school. Yeah, why don't we start a whole nother tangent now? American school is freaking garbage, bro. They teach you this stuff that you don't care about, expect you to care about it, and expect you to pass. It's been scientifically proven that if you don't give a singular flying... Am I gonna say what I'm about to say? No. We'll chill. We'll chill with the language. If you don't give a singular flying crap about what is being taught to you, you're not going to retain any of it. You might retain some of it because of how much you hate it, but you're not going to retain it long term, nor will you retain what's important. Let me ask you something. For those of you that graduated high school, because I didn't. How much did you retain? How about math class? Did you retain any of that? History class, maybe. Maybe you retained some of that. English, maybe. But math? Science? Chemistry? Any of it? Probably not. You wanna know why? Because it's useless. You do not need to know it to live your life. I dropped out of high school after sophomore year. Well, here's the thing. I completed freshman and sophomore year, and then junior year I technically completed, but not really. Thank you, Google, for getting me through that year. That's what I'm gonna say, right? Because that was during the time after I moved and I was homeschooled, or not necessarily homeschooled, but I was doing online schooling. So at that point, since it was online, I could just, you know, Google it because I was at home. And yeah, so I technically completed junior year, but I didn't learn anything that year because I literally just Googled everything. And then senior year, no, I didn't do any school at all. I was just that was it. So, you know. You know, I don't say any of this stuff to brag because it's not cool to drop out of school. Like if you're in school, just stay in school. They put so much importance on that stupid little piece of paper that if you don't do it, you could potentially be jeopardizing yourself. But at the same time, I also don't think school is necessarily mandatory nowadays because there is so many different ways to make money nowadays and sustain yourself financially that you don't need school at all. I mean, I'm a walking example of that, right? Like, I don't really, even though on my record it says I completed junior year, I don't really have any learning knowledge after sophomore year. And yet, you want to know something about me? I have multiple sources of income. I'm probably smarter, not to, you know, boost myself up or humble brag or whatever, because, you know, if you guys have listened to me talk before, you know how little I actually think of myself. Well, it's not that I think little of myself, it's just that I underestimate or understate my accomplishments sometimes, or the things that I do, I guess, to a certain extent. I love myself, that's one thing I can say. I love myself, I'm happy with myself. Which I feel like, you know, there's nothing to be ashamed about in that. I feel like everybody should love themselves and be happy with themselves, because if you can't love yourself or be happy with yourself, you're never gonna properly love somebody else or properly be able to make anybody else happy, or, you know, just experience true happiness if you're not happy with yourself as a human being. Because if you're dissatisfied with yourself as a human being, you're fundamentally dissatisfied with life, period. Let's be real. So, that's it, that random tangent. You know, what was I saying? You know, I don't want to say that I'm actually smarter than other people in terms of sheer IQ, but in terms of my abilities, I can do so many things. Now, again, part of this is due to my ADHD and my OCD, because my OCD makes me hyperfixate on current things that I'm obsessed with, whereas my ADHD has me constantly flipping around, just wanting to try random different new things. So, you know, I'm not the best artist in the world, but I can draw and color and do all that stuff pretty well. I can do it both physically and digitally, which, you know, that's... you know, I'm, again, not the best in the world, but if you give me a picture as, like, a reference, or if you have something that you want me to draw, I have a very vivid imagination, so I can definitely make it come to life. I don't know what I just did right there. I was trying to hit the doohickey to finish off this step, but it wasn't letting me. Come on. I have this YouTube channel, obviously, well, multiple YouTube channels, so that means I can record and edit videos, and I know how to do all that. All those jib-jab, right? Whether it's setting it up. I'm also just a huge tech nerd when it comes to building computers. Obviously, I'm a huge gamer, so I just love video games, and I happen to think that I'm, yeah, at least pretty good at them. You'd hope so, considering I've been playing them for over 20 years. What else? I run multiple businesses online, so in that sense, I guess I'm sort of an entrepreneur. When it comes to, like, selling goods and sort of, like, you know, it's not necessarily, like, retail stuff, obviously, but, you know, like, selling goods online, so you got that. What, maybe game development. I can code, script, animate, make the assets, which is some sort of form of technical things. I don't even know what the proper term for that would be. Digital, well, I guess that just ties back into art, right? Because designing that stuff is literally just art. What else? There's... making music, yeah, see, I literally forgot about that. You know, I know, like, music theory and stuff, so I can, like, make and record music, produce music, this, that, and the other. So, I mean, there's other stuff, too, obviously. I'm somewhat decent at cooking, even though I hate doing it. I had a stint where I learned how to cook, so I can cook. I can cook pretty good. I can make some good tasting food. I just don't like to. I've joked before that I can't cook, but I won't lie, I actually do kind of know how to cook. I mean, sometimes, like, it's... I'm not always the best at coming up with original recipes, but for the original recipes that I have come up with, or say if I'm making food, I know whether or not I need to change certain parts of a recipe that I'm following to make it taste better, or at least to fit the taste that I'm looking for, or how to maybe enhance certain recipes, or again, just kind of make something from scratch and not necessarily need to follow a recipe to a T and still have it come out tasting good. So like, you know, I've joked before, like, man, I screw up a piece of toast, but while there's truth to that, not gonna lie, I'm not the worst at cooking, so whatever that's worth. What was I even doing? Oh, that's right, I was grabbing a stamp. I was like, why am I even come back out here? But I remembered as soon as I got out there. Sorry, had a little bit of gas in my chest. I feel like I say that in every one of these videos, but it happens. I don't know why. I think I swallow air because I talk so much. That has to be it, right? What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was grabbing you, right? No, I was not grabbing you. No, I am grabbing you. Oh, that sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. We're actually almost done with the Easter egg, aren't we? I just realized that. Yeah, we're getting there. We just did the... Why? Okay, this is gonna sound like such a stupid complaint. You guys see in the menu, every time that I'm in the main menu, my black cell tag shows up. And while I don't think it's just the black cell tag, I don't care. My name in the bottom left, you'll see it when we land again. The black cell tag isn't there. Even though in the main menu, you see it all the time. It's not a big deal, but it's like, man, if I pay for the black cell tag, I want the tag there. It's not a big deal. It's just a little tag next to my name. I don't care, but... I mean, like, I do kind of care because I paid for it, but still. Where's my tag, man? Keeps doing that. Oh, well. Thank you. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, you don't need school. There's so many ways to make money online. I've also dabbled in a bit of investing in crypto shenanigans from time to time. Not a huge proponent of crypto. Don't understand it. I understand stock markets and such better than I do crypto, ironically enough, when I would say that stocks are actually more complicated and less, what's the word? You get less out of it, right, financially. Like, I feel like you make less off of stocks than you would off of crypto, depending on the circumstances and the time in the market. So, you know, like, I got knowledge of that stuff. So again, it really, like, you don't really need school. It just depends on what you're willing to learn. And just in case anybody's concerned, no, I'm not one of those, like, crypto or stock gurus or whatever. I don't even understand the stuff. I'll just dabble in it, because, I mean, like, I'm a human being. I get curious. I'm like, hey, I've seen Wolf of Wall Street. That movie was freaking gnarly. I want to see what it's like IRL. So then I checked it out, and I was like, if anybody's curious, no, I don't dabble in the stuff anymore, if that tells you how it went. I tried it once, and I was just like, yeah, you know what? I don't understand this stuff enough, nor do I trust myself to, like, not... You know, like, I don't think that I'm... Not necessarily not smart enough, but I don't think I'm dedicated enough to, like, stick with this and actually make anything off of it, or actually, like, have this be a thing long term, so I'm just gonna move on. Which one is it? It's one of these. I know the symbols, I just don't always... Maybe I don't know the symbols. Huh. Haven't I tried, like, every one at this point? Maybe it's the other one. Is this the one that looks like the 69? Hold on, I need to kill some zombies. It's one of these symbols, that's all I know. It's one of these weird ones. I know some of the other ones really well. Like, the one that looks like a shoe goes on the one that looks like a bench press. It's probably not a comparison that anybody's ever heard before. I don't know, I have a very vivid imagination, as I alluded to before. I just kind of come up with random comparisons. That's actually how I learned the entirety of hiragana and katakana in one day. I just made comparisons, which are also called mnemonics, which is like imagery for something in my mind of what each thing looked like to me. And that was it. Okay, so which one of these? It has to be this one that looks like a noodle. It's definitely this one, the one that looks like a noodle. Okay, it's not that one. The one that points down then. Okay, the one that points up. If it's not this one, oh hell. Maybe it's the one that looks like an M. Okay. Maybe it's the one that looks like an M pointing down. Maybe it's the one that looks like an M pointing up. Maybe it's the one that looks like an M pointing down with the Illuminati line going through it. Okay, it's not any of those. I'm having trouble here. I thought I knew this one. I really thought I did.
You eat, then I'm 5 pounds of pepperoni.
I kind of want to brute force this. Is it this set? No, it can't be. No, oh, no, that's right. 2 goes to 2. Duh. That was my saying in my head. 2 goes to 2. There it is. Yeah. See, I told you I knew these. I have dumb sayings. It may not always come to my mind immediately, but no. Okay, I remembered it. Yeah, 2 goes to 2, because it looks like 2 nuts.
You're talking like a turtle. Want a piece of this?
It looks like 2 nuts, so 2 goes to 2. The one that looks like a 2. Oh my gosh, I'm so stupid. Alright. Now we gotta get the orb to the orb. Go in. There we go. There's one. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Looks like you're getting off early.
What was I saying before that? I don't even remember at this point. Something about money. Oh yeah. But yeah, I kind of got to a point with all that stocks crypto nonsense where I tried it once and I was like, you know what? I'd rather just work for my money. I'd rather just work for my money. So then I resorted back to the old things of managing my online businesses, doing this YouTube channel, just living life, doing my thing. And I just feel like there's too much volatility and risk in the stock market. I feel like if I'm going to work for my money, I don't want my money to be a gamble. I want my money to be a surefire, I put in work, I get my money. Not necessarily time, because I believe that 9 to 5s are scams. You shouldn't be paid for the time that you work. You should be paid for the quality of your work, because rotten teenagers that do nothing during the 8 hours that they work are paid the same wage as hardworking employees that work double their wage in terms of the quality of the work. So I think 9 to 5s are a scam. I don't think you should be paid for the time of your work. I feel like you should be paid for partly the quantity and also the quality of your work. So that's why I feel like truly the future of just money in general, at least for this generation, is probably going to be stuff in the line of like art. You know, stuff that's like not necessarily all art, because obviously art doesn't drive the world, but stuff that is passion-based, right? Like whether it comes to digital currencies or digital finance, you know, because part of that comes from a passion that then leads into money-making potential or other things. Like, I mean, in a sense, I guess that can really be said for any job ever, right? Like construction, there's a lot of people that are just genuinely passionate about construction, so then that leads them to it. But I feel like there's going to be more career opportunities, and we're already seeing it in the future for people that are just passionate about the things that they want to do and therefore have a career path open up to them because of just how things are evolving, which I think is awesome. More people should be able to do what they want to do and live a happy life just being happy and doing what they want. I'm not necessarily saying everybody should be able to just play video games all day, do absolutely nothing, not take care of themselves or their family, and be paid for it and be happy. But if you're doing something alongside that to justify, like, having a YouTube channel, streaming, providing substance or value to somebody else, that's the main thing, you know? That's kind of how jobs have always been. Your job is to provide value for somebody else in a specific field, and that's how you make money. And again, just with the way things are evolving, I feel like there's more opening up for that in the future, which is pretty cool. And therefore, a lot of the things that are taught in schools nowadays are just becoming more and more irrelevant, and I don't think there's going to be a future where, like, I guess it's possible that in the future the school system stays the same, but I really feel like the amount of kids that end up dropping out or not even going to college or one thing or another is going to start to increase over the years. Obviously, colleges and schools will always be around. You know, there's always going to be certain things that you can only learn in college, like becoming a doctor or, you know, whatever else, or certain types of engineers. But, again, there's also just more careers opening up where none of that's, you know, really necessary, and I'm an example of that. I was always told, I remember back in high school and even middle school to some extent, not as harsh in middle school, the principals in middle school weren't as harsh, but I remember my principal in high school said I was on a track that was no good, and put it simply, one day I wasn't going to be shit. Well, while he was partly correct, because I was a bit of a nuisance when I was a kid, not even going to lie. Hold up, sorry, I gotta think for a sec. What was I doing next? We gotta go build a light sword now. That's right. Okay. Because I was a bit of a nuisance when I was a kid. That's totally fair. Sorry, what was I doing? Yeah, light sword, sorry. I literally just said that. I always wanted to prove my principal wrong. Because while in one sense he was correct that yes, I wasn't ever going to be anything if I was just going to sit there, keep running with the people I was running with and making the same mistakes over and over again that I was on basically a daily basis, it was also just kind of undermining because I just feel like in general, that principal just always kind of, maybe to an extent, recognized my ability and my potential, but still just kind of seemed to understate it in general and just kind of viewed me as a person as my mistakes. When the mistakes that somebody makes, regardless of how terrible, are only a fraction of that person, to a certain extent. It depends on what the mistake is and how relevant it is to their life and their story and their situation, I suppose. But that's just, you know, and to an extent, I can't necessarily blame said principal because, you know, that's all that he ever saw of me. So, of course, if the only thing that you ever show somebody is garbage, they're just going to think that you're garbage. Which that's another thing. In life, it's, no matter how much you accomplish, you're only going to be viewed or valued as much as what you allow people to see or what you show people. So even if you've done all these amazing things or you think you're an amazing person, people's perception of you is really just going to be based on what you show them. For the most part. So, yeah, you know, I always just kind of wanted to prove my principal wrong. I was like, you know what? Even though, yes, to a certain extent, he's correct with the path that I'm going down, with the people that I'm running with the things that I'm doing, to another extent, I just felt like, you know what? I'm also not just my mistakes. I can make these mistakes, learn from them, and still come out on top and do amazing things in my life and achieve my dreams. So, I decided to do that. Hold on, where's the zombie? No zombie? Fine, I guess I gotta use my field upgrade. Oh, there was a zombie. Whoops. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to prove my principal wrong. It's like, you know what, I'm gonna do what I want with my life. And for a while that was music, but then I kind of grew out of that. Not grew out of it. I still have a passion for music, of course. Music is amazing. Love music. Love making music. Love listening to music. Love everything about it. I love learning about it, the history of it, all that. That's another thing I've talked about before. I love learning about the things that I enjoy just as much as I do actually engaging with it. Like, I love learning about how video games were made almost as much as I do just playing the games themselves. Like, I could sit there and listen to the history of Nintendo and how, oh, hold on. I've been learning Japanese, so I gotta say it right. Shigeru Miyamoto made, like, Mario and Donkey Kong and all that. Like, I can sit there and listen to that stuff till the end of time. And same thing with, like, music, you know? But yeah, that was my passion for a long time, you know, making music and maybe doing something with that at some point, but it's one of those things where my passions didn't necessarily shift, because in the back of my mind, I've always wanted to do YouTube since I was, you know, like a kid, because YouTube came out in 05, and at that point, I still would have been a kid. Ever since YouTube's been around, which is something I've always wanted to do. Obviously, doing it as a job financially wasn't always on the table, but I didn't even care about that, and to this day, it's not the financial aspects that drive me to do what I do. I just love creating content. I love YouTube. I love the platform. I love some of the creators on the platform. I used to be able to say all the creators on the platform, but some of the creators on the platform aren't even creators anymore. You know, it's some people rely on computers and such to make the content for them, which I think is a spit in the face to the real content creators actually providing substance and value to the community and viewers. But that's just my take on it. You know, there's certain things that I've always said where it's like, okay, if you want to use AI, do what you gotta do. Like, if you're new to, say, oh, I don't know. If you're new to learning English and you need to type out a paper for something, do what you gotta do. If you're a new video game developer, do not use AI for your assets or I'll find you. But if you need help with code, and if you're just trying to learn the coding basics, and you actually try to alter, like, if you aren't just copying scripts from ChatGPT, but you're actually trying to learn how the scripts work as you're developing the code, and as long as you're tweaking things along the way, if you're just learning, I don't think that's a big deal. Now, if a AAA publisher is doing that, I'm sorry, no, there's no excuse for that. But if you're just like an indie developer, you're just trying to learn to maybe do something with that, so then you can learn for yourself, I see nothing wrong with that. But if you're just creating lifeless online content, all for the sake of financial gain, and without actually trying to learn from it, that's despicable. It's irredeemable. You're spitting in the face of all the artists, because AI can't create anything original. It can only create spins on what has already been invented. And while you can say the same about humans, yes, we only technically create spins or variations on things that have already existed or take inspiration from other things, we can still actually create something absolutely new. Even if it was inspired by something else, it will still be fundamentally human, because there will be human error in it. There will be actual creative processes going on with, you know, all the neurons in your brain. Whereas a computer is just a line of code and algorithms that is designing something based on other lines of code that it is drawn from the internet and other sources. So that's kind of my take on that. Where was I even going with all that? Something, oh yeah, something creators on the platform. Yeah, so ever since I was a kid, wanted to do YouTube. And then when it became financially viable to do YouTube as, say, a job, then I was like, well, heck yeah, I want to do that. Red, yellow, blue. Don't forget that, guys. Red, yellow, blue. As if I can hear you right now. Red, yellow, blue. So, while I still have that passion for music, and at some point one day would like to create music again, it would never necessarily be my main focus as it once was, because I just have an inherent love for creating content and socializing with my community. And because there was like that part of me as a kid that was like, you know, even when I was young, I was like, oh man, you know, it'd be pretty cool to like travel the world and play shows. Nowadays, I don't really have that drive. I'd much rather create content and then maybe on the side, you know, do some musical fun stuff. That'd be about the extent of it. You know, just something on the side. Make a song here and there. Yeah, that was my goal. Prove my friends were wrong and do amazing things in my life. And I've done just that. I've achieved my dreams. Even if my dreams have changed, it doesn't change the fact that I achieved my dreams. Because, again, as long as, you know, since I was a kid, I wanted to do YouTube. Which is funny, man. It's kind of funny, because in one sense, it's almost like, man, almost as long as I can remember. Not as long as I can remember, because I can remember back to when I was 3 years old. And YouTube wasn't really a thing then. But almost as long as I can remember, you know, it's like, I'm older than YouTube, man, and it feels like it's been there all that time, but it's like, it's crazy, man. It's been weird seeing this platform evolve over the last couple decades. In a lot of different ways. Yeah, man, I always wanted to do YouTube, always had a bit of a dream for music, and even though both were kind of my dream in a way, even when music was kind of my dream, I always knew YouTube really was like my main thing that I just really wanted to do. Music was always something where I was like, alright, that'd be pretty cool. I would love to do that. But YouTube has always been, I have to do that. Not I have to, as in like, because that makes it sound bad. It's not like I upload these videos every day because I feel like I have to. I do it because I want to. And plus, I've said it before, but the daily check-in that I get with you guys is just so fundamental to my daily routine now that I don't think I could sleep if I didn't upload a video. I genuinely, and I don't care how unhealthy that sounds, I need that daily check-in with you guys. You guys are like my family. Not to get too personal here, but I've lost a lot of people. A lot of people. Friends, family. I've lost a lot of people, and I've lost a lot of things. A lot of people and things that I truly don't believe people should have to lose. And to another extent, I feel like, not to go on the whole pity me tangent, I feel like I've also experienced some things that a lot of humans probably just shouldn't experience. Beyond the typical mishaps. Hold on. Sorry, I don't want to die. Beyond the typical blunders that you would expect. Right? I've touched on some of those things before, not going to touch on them here. But that's part of why I feel so obligated to do what I do. Because I know what it's like to go through things and just feel bad. It doesn't feel good to feel bad. And I know that sounds like such a non-whatever statement. But it's true. Feeling bad sucks. And I know what it's like to have those creators where you turn on their videos and you just feel good. You feel like you can relate. You feel good. It almost gives you a glimmer of hope seeing your favorite creator, whether they're doing something happy, fun, heck, even sad, just being there with your favorite creator and just kind of forgetting about life or just having something to having somebody to hang out with for a bit, you know, because I'm super introverted, so I don't get a lot of real life socialization and interaction and such, of course. So I won't lie, I don't have a lot of parasocial relationships. I'm not that down bad to where I have parasocial relationships with my favorite creators. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I think it's totally fine to have a bit of a parasocial relationship with your favorite creator, as long as you're not like weird enough, or not weird enough, but like, you know, as long as your brain isn't cuckoo enough to think that you're actually friends with that person just because you watch their videos. I mean, if it's a type of creator like me, for example, where they genuinely talk to you in the comments, or try to open that type of like interaction with you and try to, you know, have like friend type relationships with their community, that's different. But for the people that like comment on every Mr. Beast video and then think that he's is their best friend, even though he's never even seen their comment before, okay, that level of parasocial is a little, all right, you might be taking it a little too far, but I get it. You know, it feels bad to feel bad. It doesn't, you know. So that's part of why I make these videos, because I like, what would happen if one day somebody was feeling really bad and I didn't upload my video? Because I've been there before. I don't think I could live with myself if that happened, because I've been there. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so serious here, but seriously, I really love what I do, and I really care about what I do, and I don't know, it's just, it's part that I feel a sense of responsibility, but I'm also just so passionate about what I do that it's like part responsibility, part I just want to do it, so it balances out. I'm just doing what I love, and you know, if I make somebody smile or laugh or forget about the pain of their life for a bit, no matter what's going on, no matter how big or small it may seem to them, that's it. That's it. That's all I need. I can sleep at night knowing that. I don't need anything else. I don't care about no money. I don't care about no views. I don't care about no validation. If I help somebody feel good, if I help somebody feel like life is worth living for at least another day, or if I help change their perspective on life, or at least just help them laugh, or even just entertain them for a bit, that's all I need. There's no point in chasing financial gains all the time. Money doesn't go with you after the grave anyway. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you're broke, if you're a billionaire, trillionaire, if you have $1 to your name. When we all die, all going in the same place. It doesn't matter what you believe religiously, because the fact of the matter is, no matter what you believe, we're all going 6 feet underground physically. Spiritually is a conversation for another day, but in terms of the things that'll actually be still around on this earth tangibly, nothing. So that stuff doesn't matter. And to that extent, you could say that nothing that we do in life doesn't matter. You know, nothing that we do in life matters. And I would say you're correct. Technically speaking, what you do in life right now, for you, specifically as a person, will not matter. Nothing. For you. But that's the point. The things you do for yourself and the things that you do in your life will not matter once you're dead. But the things that you do for other people, and the things that you leave to be left behind after your time on this earth, whether that's art, whether it's the impact that you have on people, the way you inspire people and the future generations, whether it's just doing a kind act and having that story be carried forward to then maybe inspire other people, that matters. So, you know, that's just kind of my take on all that. Again, I'm sorry for getting so real, but sometimes I can't help it. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because sometimes I feel like that's the type of stuff people need to hear that don't hear enough. So, you know, it's cool to be all sunshine, rainbows, and all that. You guys know me, that's kind of my vibe, sunshine, rainbows. But you also gotta remember the real stuff in life, just kind of, you know, I feel like it's important to have those conversations. I've said it before, I'm an open book with y'all. It's on my mind, I'll say it. For better and worse. Because sometimes it leads to conversations like this where hopefully it resonates with somebody and hopefully, you know, whatever. Then other times it leads to the Terminus video. Grabbing a zombie's balls. So, me saying what's on my mind is, Depending on the context, it can be for better or worse. What did I even say in that video? Grab the zombie's balls, taking in this little orb right here. That video was goofy, man. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you can skip to like 15 minutes or so into my Terminus video from a few days ago. The Cowabunga Cranked Easter egg. When I was like trying to build the Beam Smasher, I had this whole thing where I was like riffing on the Family Guy guy, and it was just it was the whole thing. Oh goodness. My room is getting a little toasty. Sorry, I'm gonna turn my fan up.
Full power. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and start this boss fight. Is everything gonna go good? I don't know. Doesn't matter? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Accept, please. Alright, there we go. Now, I will say, I'm about to have to focus up pretty hard. Ooh. Round flipped. Alright. Yeah, I think we got everything that we is going to get. I don't even know what to expect here, man. Alright. Sorry if the cracking of the knuckles grosses anybody out, but that's my thing. Alright, buddy boy! Ooh. Explode. Now during this, normally I do sword only and a bunch of parries, but considering the fact that we're in cranked, might go a little bit differently. Ooh. Yeah, see, like right now, I almost wonder, do we play it safe and just play with the gun, or do we slash? Because like I feel like slash would be better, but since we're in cranked, man, I also gotta be careful with that sword. I'm sorry if I go like ultra mute during this, but I'll give you guys a break from my yapping. Did that zombie spawn? I thought I just saw one spawn. Oh. Yeah, you literally have to use that field if you're doing this fight. It's like a Dark Souls thing. He swings, you swing. Alright, first face down. Alright.
Now the question you must answer is as simple as it is profound. Which is my greatest creation? The Guardian of the Apple. Or you?
There are those moments where you don't know what to say. That's me right now. See, I lack the self-awareness to just stay quiet. I have to talk, man. I'm a yapper. Which is funny, because like I've said before, I don't really talk in real life outside of these videos at all. I'm the type of guy I don't talk unless spoken to, really. But in these videos, man, the camera's on. I gotta yap. Sorry. That's how it's gotta be. Oh wait, I don't want to kill these zombies. I don't want to kill them at all. I want to wait till my field upgrade comes back. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I shouldn't have been killing them, because now that my field upgrade is empty, now I can charge it, but I think I killed too much of them already, so now I don't know if I'll be able to charge it adequately. Ooh, doppelgast. Hello, big boy. You looking like a snack. The snack that's been sitting on the roadside for like 5 weeks and is now moldy, you ugly turd. I have anti-Riz. That's what the kids call it, right? Riz? Isn't Riz like your ability to like pick up a partner? like your ability to kind of like whatever, like charm them or whatever? Isn't that kind of what it means? Oh shoot. I'm sorry, I won't even try to use the kids' terminology. I'm totally showing my age every time that I try to, man. It's like totally that typical boomer, like, oh, isn't that what the kids say? So, yeah, I'm just never gonna do that again. But yeah, if that is what that actually means, which again, I don't know, 'cause I don't know brain rot. Yeah, I'm like, I got anti-riz, if that's what it's called. My ability to pick up a partner is about negative 100. Gosh, man, this armor takes so much of a beating. Break. Alright, I'm thinking. We'll do a hybrid approach. Oh yeah, come on. We'll slash when we can, we'll back up when we need to heal, probably. I don't know, something like that. Oh yeah, I need you. No, wait, I need to... Damn. I was trying to be the one to kill it. Alright, focus up, come on. What is better for DPS? I can't tell, my gun or the sword? Both are painfully slow at this point. Ah, shit. This ain't good. Come on. Alright, cool. There's more zombies in. Not bad. Get the good times rolling. As good as they can. Wait, I just got an idea. See, I shouldn't have used that yet. That's okay. I have an idea to save us in the third phase with quick revive, because quick revive is pretty huge. Actually, I'm probably just popping now. Wait, no, I should wait. Again, it's just even more tense because like that crank timer and everything. Come on, heal. Get that health back up. Is that more zombies? Yes. Third phase? Alright. I have an idea to get quick ride back. We have raindrops. Let's get her done.
Totally. Beats hot sauce. Any way you slice it, pizza is life.
Ouchie. Yeah, feel upgrade back.
Whoa. People say I'm cheesy. Make it look. Wait, should we save some for April? Nah.
Where's the amalgam? They'll be coming in at any point now. Grab this real quick. This be important. Oh wait, is that the amalgam right there? Oh shoot, I had the wrong. Hit that. Didn't work. Hit me. There we go. Not what I meant to do.
The enemy of my enemy is my bro.
Ah, shit. Thought I moved to the side. I went backwards. Come on. Slide into him. Finish him! Give me something. I think bullets my way here. That's a wrap, folks.
They are breaking down my cell door. Hurry!
Heart's pounding. Feels like it's gonna explode out of my chest. Did it. We've seen this cutscene before. We're good. We're good.
What do we do with the
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. But anyways, yeah, I don't have anything else to say. We did it, so that's that. See you guys back here next time where, I don't even know what we'll be doing next. I don't know, more zombie stuff, Warzone grinding. We'll see and find out in the next video. But anyway, as always, massive shout out, thank you to all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you to all the low ball tier and an neighbor shout out, thank you to all the big ball tier, Last King and Big Daddy Manny, and the biggest shout out, thank you to all the G tier, Von Avenge, and the Chicho. Thank you guys so much, you guys are literal legends. I love you. Arigato gozaimasu. Have an amazing day, stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.